They got it straight.
I see it, man. They just talking.
Got it. Good, we're going? Yeah, we're good. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, man. And as well as to all you believers out there who believe in the gospel.
We need to move over something.
No, you're good.
You know?
Well, yeah, a little bit. Go ahead.
You know, but nevertheless, hey, we living in the time at the, you know, people say it's a famous saying, the end of the world. Well, right, we living at the end of the world, man. And the main things we need to be focused on is where it's prophecy. And that's to truly tell you who the servants of Yahweh. We ain't talking about Jesus. No, we talking about the true Son of the Most High, Yahweh Shah, who the world ain't going to call Jesus. If you really know the law, you're going to be talking about prophecy. Because when you consider that too, when Yahweh Shah was on the scene, his main thing was fulfilling what was written. When he told Peter, when Peter tried to go outside the will, he was like, look, don't you think I could call 12 legions down to do this? But then how shall it be written? Right, we focus on the things that's written, man. And truthfully, brothers out there who listening, brothers who prophets, we taking part in what's written. Those dry bones, getting the water. I know one of your favorite, Isaiah 44, getting that water on us, man.
Right.
You know, brothers talk about miracles in these times. Well, look, you are already a miracle.
That's right.
We already rose from the dead, if you want to be real. Right. we was dead before we already rose from the dead, man.
Right. And through this speaking, through this word going out, which is through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, everything that the Bible has the Lord has ordained is now being brought to pass. What's that scripture, Isaiah? Something like that. New things do I tell you?
Isaiah 42.
Before they come to pass, I tell you of them. That's when you go into prophecy, that's really uplifting the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Point blank period. People, that's all y'all talk about. That's really showing, that's giving glory to the names of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. The fact that he said it through a man thousands of years ago, and now he said it to us and it came to pass, that's power, man.
It's Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 9. It says, behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare.
What came to pass? The slave ships.
Right.
Okay, Esau ruling, the Renaissance, the forming of the beast system, Greeks, all of these things came to pass. Now there's new things that he has professed, okay? And before they come, he tells you of them. And that's what we're here for.
It says, and before they spring forth, I tell you of them. And that's why the prophet sent out. Look, before all the plagues came to Egypt dealing with Moses now, right? Moses had to tell Pharaoh what was coming. He wouldn't tell Pharaoh before what was coming. That's the same thing we doing, man. You know, because why? When these things happen, then the world shall know that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai sent them. They're going to know the God who sent them. The Lord said in Romans 9, when he come to judge the new Pharaoh, which is a so-called white man, Esau Edom, he going to make his name known again. In other words, when his destruction comes, everybody going to know why it happened and who it came from, man.
There you go. And that name has lost its, in this earth, it hasn't been glorified. Remember at the time of Seth, then began men to call on the name of the Lord. We're here to forward that legacy. Going all the way back to Adam, the breath of life, when he passed down through Abel, okay? Seth, of course, who replaced Abel. At the time of Enos, then began men to call on the name of the Lord. That's what we're doing. We're back in that same lot. The prophets have been since the world begins.
Second Ezra 15:1, it says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord, and cause them to be written.
And that's what he did with Moses. Remember, Moses was like, I'm not really a good speaker. The Lord said, I will be your mouth.
Right. Who made the mouth?
Who made the mouth?
Right. And a lot of Jake talking, but the main words that we're supposed to be speaking is prophecy, man. This is the message that we're supposed to be proclaiming. This is the banner that's supposed to be lifted up, right? It says, verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And that backs up what? Isaiah 55 and 11, the word of the Most High doesn't return void. Meaning, all of these prophecies are going to come to pass in their fullness in the Most High set will of time. You know? And it's only a few key prophecies left before all bets is off for the destruction of Great Babylon.
Yep. And if you in the spirit, you see it.
Right.
You see everything going digital. You don't think prophecy has anything to do with what the white man's doing right now that we can physically see?
Right.
That's going to affect our everyday life? But you still got niggas in Christianity. That ain't speaking to you. You should be explaining that. Clearly, that's a big part of the new song. As we're talking about the prophets, what are they doing? They're singing a new song.
Right.
And when you read that, it deals with the MOTB. So you can't just be a blanket statement, oh, it's Christianity, oh, it's sin, oh, it's white women, and then leave. You're supposed to talk about that often. It's a big one, according to biblical prophecy, man. Anyway.
It says, verse 3, it says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
You gotta consider, if I can add, you gotta consider Noah. Now he was what, 120 some years? Now as he was building, there was people coming up like, damn, Noah, you've been saying this for 40 years.
Wasting your
Or
life.
70 years ago you said the same thing. But look, he kept building Noah. Why? Because he wasn't tripping. And it's the thing too. Noah was sure about what was coming from the Lord because he believed the Lord, like it said in Hebrews 11, by faith.
Right. Ooh, yep.
It says that he things not yet seen. What's some things not yet seen in this time? Missiles falling. We never really seen missiles falling. We never really seen Jacob's trouble just in full-blown of famine in our time in America. The economy crashing. We haven't seen that. Chariots.
Yep.
But why do we believe in it? Two, one, because the Lord giving us signs as we go by. You know, the algorithm. We see the build-up. Because look, rumors of prophecy ain't just rumors.
Right.
The rumors is a build-up to the actual thing.
Right, right.
It's a build-up.
Yep.
News.
Yep.
It's news.
Yep.
So when it
There was
happens,
a build-up to the Babylonian Empire coming and taking down the land of Israel. There was a build-up of events you can read about. Well, you think Jeremiah was warning? You think the Babylonians just started kicking ass? No, there was a build-up to the Persians. All the other empires. So how much more so a build-up to the downfall of Babylon the Great? Okay, stop.
It says, verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And the scripture says that the just shall live by faith, man. You know, we already see the vision. But the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And we know we're at the end because the gospel has been preached throughout all the world. Like it says in Matthew the 24th chapter, man. That's a key indication how we know this thing's about to go down, man. You know?
Right. And that incredulity, y'all through.
Yeah.
All of the so-called conspires, they winning. All right. And it's not even, to hell with a conspiracy, it's the prophecies, man.
Right.
At the end of the day, we were right. The spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, which ultimately that magnifies the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, the fact that we're right. We get our glory later. Right now, we're here to bring that fame back because the earth has lost the fear of the Lord. There's no fear. The reason you're going through what you go through as a man in America is because there's no fear of the Lord in this place.
Right.
Therefore, the earth is ran, all right, in a way that operates against nature, man. All right? So this devil is being exposed through this word, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai.
Has Sirach 39:1. And right, it reads, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out all the wisdom of all the ancient.
And when you meditate on this word and you got to work, it becomes irritable to be in this world. Like, you're constantly thinking about the scripture, but you constantly got to, all right, dumb yourself down to partake in Babylon's system just to, you know?
Vex with the filthy conversation.
Vex with the filthy conversation. Oh my God, did you take your shot? Get away from me, 6 feet. A big fat jelly roll eating nigga with a mask on.
Yeah.
Now he's the standard of health.
Yeah. Sucking the hot Cheeto sauce off his thumb.
Yeah.
Trying to tell you about a jab.
Right.
Or just people in general, man. They have fear of the Most High. People just walking around there. That people want you to fear the world
Right.
more than the Most High.
Right.
You know?
I refuse.
And that's what that word incredulable goes back to. Without credibility, without belief.
Right.
Something that's credible meaning you believe in it.
Right.
Don't let the incredulity of these people throw you off your course. That's what they were sent to do. They don't believe it. They don't have faith in the plan that the Most High set out. They're not down for the game plan. You know? But hey, when the judgments of that Yahweh Shai start coming out, we gonna see.
Right.
And for a lot of people, that's the only thing you can say to them. See, we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I say to women.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how that works out for you. I don't know. I ain't got nothing else to tell you. You know?
Keep reading.
Yeah. And be occupied in prophecies. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also.
And the Bible is full of subtle parables, man, which for ages nobody knew what it was talking about.
Right.
Okay, the Christians are there, man, and everybody's trying to talk about prophecy now. All of you dudes who like this one dude who talks about the money,
Rethinking the dollar.
rethinking the dollar, man.
Yeah.
You need to stop trying to talk about the Bible. Stop letting them old drunk ass niggas call in, who played out ass niggas who left church, woke up to some African. They calling in now. They trying to break down the Bible, and they're doing a horrible. One nigga said, and they be thinking they so deep. One nigga said that Jesus' real name was Barabbas.
There's two Jesus.
Wow. Okay.
Barabbas, his real first name, his first name. So like,
Yeah.
Jesus got a last name,
Better name than everything.
and they're calling in with all of this madness.
Yeah.
Somebody brought up the 144. This nigga, well, I don't know the 144. You know, they may be a vital part of it, but you know, it just seems like a group of believers in Christ. What? So the truth is going to come out through those who are occupied in the meditation of this thing, man. You people haven't been meditating on the Bible. You've been living your own goddamn life. Now you want to get on YouTube and get your little people. We started this through the Spirit, through the apostles.
Yeah.
Getting on the internet, showing the clip of what they doing and then talking about it. We started that through the Spirit. Y'all wasn't doing that.
Yep. Yep. Facts.
Through the Spirit, but we ain't nothing special, but we're vessels used. Right? Now everybody want to get on the internet and try to talk about the Bible in your
Yeah, and most of the people that want to talk about prophecy, they try to mix it with something else. They're defiled with women.
Yeah.
Those who truly get this thing, they're not going to be defiled with the other philosophies and all that other BS, man. They're going to stick to the script. You know, the Lord has revealed his secrets, okay, unto his servants, the prophets. Those people that are his friends, you know, no greater love have any man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. The 144,000, they're going to be reciprocating that love. They're going to be living sacrifices for the house of man. Thus having that gift of understanding prophecy, having that gift of faith.
fools. That's what makes the elect fools foolish, to really bring out the secrets. That makes you foolish in this world. Right?
Yeah. They tell you about the love of Jesus Christ and how you need to have faith in him. But they're busy selling you bug out bags. You know, they're not building you up spiritually. They're trying to get you on their next Get Rich program. Hey, come in, you know, $2.99, sign up. Sign up, man. You know, we're going to figure this out, come together. And, you know, they don't never want to talk about Babylon either.
Nope.
You know?
Yeah. One nigga called on there and said it clearly says it's a city. Like, stop, man. Y'all need to stop trying to talk about the Bible, man. Leave that up to the prophets. Just get your little YouTube money, have your moment, but ultimately you help us when you bring out those things. Leave the Bible alone, homie. All right? We got it.
That's something kind of real quick, just go back to what you said. It's Revelation 14:3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. And that's just the fact.
Right. Yeah, nobody can learn that song except the elect, man. So like the elders are going into, this is for those people that are in conjoint with the world, that are friends of the world. They're not going to be able to break down prophecy. when you're trying to figure out who the actual prophets are, who the Lord is using, there's certain boxes that they have to check. They're going to be speaking against the kingdom that they're dwelling in because one, it's not the kingdom of heaven.
They're oppressed.
They're going to be oppressed. They're going to be signing crime. They're going to be going into things like the MOTB. They're going to be letting you know, okay, when it says Babylon the Great here, it's talking about this place. They're going to be going into those details, man.
Right. For anybody who believes in the Bible, you should be asking, like, what's the end all be all?
Right.
If there is a God, why is the world like this?
Yeah.
Like, this would need to be explained. Right. Everybody, look at this world, man. I mean, you got a judge that can't explain what a woman is. You have an agenda towards children to totally freak them out. There's GMOs in everything. Your students are the most stupid people on the planet. You're laughing. Literally, America's becoming the laughing stock of the whole entire planet, man. It's just corruption. It's horrible, man. Okay?
All right, brother. We got next. Mac put 2nd Ezra 8:50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Then the kingdom is within. Skip down to the 62nd.
Miseries, and you see it. Yep. Niggas falling off a roller coaster ride.
Oh yeah. That was,
Y'all seen that shit.
Okay, women just getting eaten by dogs. Like, this stuff is happening, and it's prophecy.
Yeah.
And y'all say we're brutal, man. We can't be no more brutal than the Holy Scripture said. And it said their children shall be dashed to pieces, and their women ravaged. That's in the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter. That's happening worldwide. It's only going to increase. Okay?
now that pride of life is going to be taken away here.
Yeah.
Because we're going to see famines, and it's going to start because of how expensive the food is, not because there's necessarily a shortage of food. It's just going to be ridiculously over your budget to buy it. And then the need for a man in the house is going to become apparent. The need for this, the need for that, the need for protection. And that pride is going to be taken down, man. Because they want to say that we got the pride, that we pride. But we're warning. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Y'all don't do that. Get in line. But you're not, taking the Most High's voice and saying, hey, be quiet, basically, is what they're telling us.
That's right.
Why are you so confident in what you're saying, basically? We're going to see in that time, right? There's going to be a lot of misery. It said, in verse 62, it says, these things have I not showed unto all men, but unto thee and few like thee. Then answered I and said, behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times, but at what time that thou hast not shown me. Okay? And so, yeah, man, just like you said, he gave us the secret to the serpents and prophets. And because we're speaking these things before they happen, because we have the faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, our hearts and minds are being prepared to receive those times. And not bug out and not just completely lose it.
Be rooted.
That's right.
Because if you don't believe in miracles, if you don't have the faith, what these people are coming with, your flesh is going to be, as soon as your flesh is tested, and that's the spirit of Esau. Esau, dumbass, couldn't even fast to receive the promise, to get the birthright. He said, to hell with this. Here, man, fuck that. Give me these lentils. And that's funny, the elite just told people to eat more lentils. Yeah. They mad, like it's y'all turn now. But ultimately, Esau, that was his spirit. He was, you couldn't fast. You couldn't just wait for the food to get done. To the point where you gave away, you sold your soul. He's the original sellout. And that's the spirit on all of you people out here. The minute you feel doubt, you're gonna fold, man. And you're gonna bow to the image of Baal, man, openly. And you're gonna make a shame. All of you people who follow this devil, you're gonna make a shame of yourself. And you're already ashamed. You would think there would be more Americans round up about how they played y'all with the juice and then just went away, then coming back, doing this, doing that. Literally, it's a clear joke. Okay? And you stupid as Americans are still walking around saying everybody should be juiced.
Yeah. They still getting on Kyrie Irving. Now he can play home games now.
Yeah. And they'll go to the arena to complain. Why you want to go there? He ain't juiced. We can fuck up the whole arena with one breath.
Yeah.
Why you there, man?
Right.
Boom! No mask. This place is totally out of order, man.
Yeah, sunflower seeds and shit.
Yeah. And I was listening to Andrew Tate's a lot. I was listening to the guy Andrew Tate. He does on Fresh and Fit and everything like that, and he was talking about the whole situation with Jab. And he made it say, he's like, man, you know what worried me about it was not just the regulations that they was bringing. It was just how much the people just took it. He was like, nobody know. He was like, I felt like I'm by myself. Like, we need to rebel. Like, what y'all doing? Y'all just gonna let nobody?
Kid, your children,
Nobody gonna have a back.
Nobody gonna fight back.
Here, everybody.
How just the people just laid down, man. But we are sheep for the slaughter. Okay, that's why it's gonna be a thief in the night, because people are truly drunk of Babylonian philosophy and the ways of this world.
That's why we go through. This is a nation full of addicts. Okay, an addict will do whatever you tell them if you can get them their fix. So when they push the jump shot on people, they was willing to do whatever because they just wanted that instant gratification. So when the elders said they're gonna bend that knee, man, when the calamity comes, they've been conditioned their whole life to have instant gratification. So when they don't get it, they're gonna do whatever to feel okay again, and have some sense of motive.
And see, the elect, they're gonna have that drive. And it starts in the mind. That's why I said the name of Yahweh was written in their forehead. See, because you do have doubt in the flesh. That's going to come with the flesh. However, if you believe that he is, we're going to win. You're not walking into the unknown. You walking into the unknown like, man, the Lord's will be done. F it. You already know how to put off the flesh. You may have to put off the flesh 2-3 days. No food. We built for it. Now, of course, you're going to be hungry and shit.
Right.
But hey,
but you know, you ain't
the Lord will
fine,
take care of
yeah.
us, man. You'll be fine, man.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Stop. Shit, all hell break loose. And you have to go and you're supposed to be honored, man. Because you know the Lord will. And then there's grass outside, though. After a while, go eat some grass. Shit.
They could be walking right past the cons
Walking
and shit.
past the trees, like, you can eat these.
Yeah. I got one more.
Okay, go ahead.
Canaan, Israel, tribe of Benjamin, but Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof,
Right.
and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. You know, that's this place, man. This is that modern day Egypt that has everybody drunken off the way of this world. Everybody with YOLO, instant gratification mindset, and not the spirit to endure or be patient on the Lord's reward.
And it really, that usually leads in destruction.
That's right.
Moral decay.
Yeah.
When people with that mindset are able to put forward themselves and have, like, push and gravitate other people towards them, like, so it becomes a mess. And that's a step. Imagine a nigga getting drunk off some gin, Seagram's gin, and he's in the elevator, just sliding, slipping in his own throwing up. That's a mess.
Yeah.
That's America. That's how the Bible. Read that again.
Right.
Hey, the Lord is cold, man.
Right. This is back in Isaiah.
It's all right.
No, it's right.
19 and 15.
Yeah, Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Right?
All of these pictures of children just being passed around by the billions of these images, and nobody's just asking, nobody's saying, where are all these images coming from? They'll just talk about the fact that they're there, but nobody ever gets to the core. What is this? This needs to be rooted at what's the source?
And if you speak out about it, they'll strike you.
Yeah.
They try to silence those who bring it. Hey, did anybody see this? What's this about?
Right.
Get it out.
Yeah.
Oh, take that down.
He's crazy. There's something wrong with him.
Yeah, hate speech because you're exposing a pedo. Mr. Rogers, that Mr. Rogers spirit.
Right.
Go back and watch Mr. Rogers now that you got the knowledge. You're gonna be creeped out. You're gonna know automatically. You know what? This was Esau. Just watch it. Go ahead.
I got one. Psalms 94 and 16, it says, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? And only the prophets at the end of the day, because these people don't have a backbone in America, man. Nobody don't stand up for anything that they believe in, man. They just go along with the status quo. It ain't no fight in these people, man.
True.
That's why they gonna willingly accept the Quran, man. You know? It ain't gonna even be a second guess.
They only
ain't gonna
fight
even
when they
ponder.
see other people.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, bro.
Nah, it ain't gonna even be a second thought. They ain't gonna even ponder or try to weigh it out. They just gonna full-fledged with it, man.
True.
You know? 2 days without food, and they're gonna be ready to take that Quran. You know?
Yeah, that's what the scriptures like. That's what the scripture said, Jeremiah 51, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul, man. We supposed to be detaching now from this place before it go down. And a good example of that is Lot's wife. Now the reason she looked back, you know, it wasn't just because she wanted to see the scenery, you know, of Sodom and Gomorrah, you know, the skyline of Sodom. No, that ain't why she looked back. Remember, Lot was wealthy, man.
Yeah.
Lot and his family, they had a lot. You know, his people was Abraham. Hey, that's the reason he even went to Sodom and Gomorrah, because it was just too much.
They had to split.
We had to
They
split.
so much.
I got too many servants, you got too much cat. We need to split. And now his wife, she didn't flee from the midst of Sodom and Gomorrah, and she ain't spiritually separate. Therefore, when it was time to get out and everything fell, she still had remembrance of that. She still had care for that. And that's why she looked back, and that caused her to what? Now she's still standing as a monument today.
Yeah, this is my home. Right. This is my place. This is where we built this. You know, you got a lot of people with that mindset. They done stamp their flag in wherever they're from. You know what I mean? Whatever country you're from, whatever place or city you're from, you really think that's the origin of who we are, what we got going on. So when this place is getting wiped out, you looking back. Well, what happened to Lot's wife?
She let her possessions possess her.
Yeah. Her sentiment over it.
Right.
Yeah.
The longing to just stay where they was at.
Yeah. So are you prepared to relinquish what you have in this world, or the sentimental value of what you think this is? Because this ain't living, this ain't life.
Right.
We always make the point. You never really tasted food here.
Nope.
You never really loved.
You never really had no.
You never really had a woman. You never really heard good music. You never really had sound sleep. Okay? You never really saw a blue sky.
Right.
It's all tainted. You should be thirsty to get out of here and flee out of this. And that's a mindset that you have to continuously stay in, man, because this flesh is calling out abundance in the world. Right now. And so you have to separate that thought and that mindset. Right. Focus on what? The eternal.
Right. New heavens.
New heaven and new earth. Right.
Because this is not the end all be all, man. You know, we're just pilgrims passing through. If you got one.
And the scriptures also say what? You're supposed to build your riches in the kingdom of heaven. Okay? Where moths and rust do not corrupt. No paraphrase. That's Matthew
This is a
16.
precept the brother brought out the other week. A pillar of salt is the legacy.
Oh, I got it.
Wisdom of Solomon.
Okay.
That was a bad scripture. We'll find out.
Oh, Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 7.
You got it right here.
I thought it was Sirach.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10 and verse 7. It says, of whose, I'm going to start at 6. Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 6. It says, when the ungodly perish, she delivered, that she is talking about wisdom. It says, when the ungodly perish, she delivered the righteous man who fled from the fire which fell down upon the 5 cities, of whose wickedness even to this day.
That's talking about Sodom and Gomorrah. There was other cities too. Yeah, there was 5 cities. And I believe all of those cities, you know, what's that?
I forgot.
Atlanta. San Francisco, Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Vegas, I heard too now.
Vegas, yeah. Those type of places, probably those 5 cities. You know, back.
God.
All right, go ahead. Miami,
Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 7.
New Orleans, man.
Oh, man. You go to Bourbon Street,
Goodness
you're
gracious.
walking in the Sodom and Gomorrah. It says, of whose wickedness, even to this day, the wasteland smoker is a testimony, and plants bearing fruit that never came to ripeness.
Right now, is Sodom and Gomorrah literally burning? Like, but the memory,
Right.
okay, the memory of it it lives unto this day as an example of what's going to happen to Babylon the Great. For what? Disobedience, freakism. Okay, go ahead.
Yep. It says, and plants bearing fruit that never came to ripeness, and it's the point, and a standing pillar of salt is a monument of an unbelieving soul. Woo!
Man. Yeah, man. Pillar of salt is a monument of an unbelieving soul, man. A memory to what the incredulity will lead you to what? A pillar of salt. Okay? For those who are not down for the crown, you know, we'll see.
Right.
We're going to see, man, how that works out for you, because you really think you have something in this world to fight
back
for, hold on to, and look back towards. I'm standing, you know, for this or that. You think you got it? Pillar of salt.
Right.
Let that be a monument to you.
Right.
Okay?
If I may add, even Moses was a good example because he was in the physical Egypt. We're in the spiritual Egypt. Now Moses had it way better than we got it now, you know? We, just get by. But the point is, in order for you to truly let go of America and what's here to offer, you got to really believe in what's to come. You got to believe in the blessings of that Yahweh Shai gonna bring. You got to believe in those miracles, because without, you can't let go. And if I can get this real quick, for Moses as an example, is Hebrews 11:24. It says by faith, and that's the thing, faith. Hebrews 11 said it's the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. We ain't literally see the streets paved with gold yet, an amethyst castle. I can't tell you how our crown's gonna look, you know? I can't tell you how the new body's gonna look, but I believe it's gonna come.
See it.
I see it. Nobody should be able to tell us that America not gonna be destroyed.
Right.
We know that.
Right.
We know that. It's going to be to a point where we believe so much we know it.
Right.
You can't tell me that the Israelites not about to rule.
Right. Ain't waking up.
Come on. You can't tell me that Esau ain't the so-called white man.
Right.
It's true. We know it to be true, right? The point is we believe in these things. So it says by faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Yeah, because he would have been bald. He would have been married in, chilled, sold out. He would have had a great life.
Great position.
But that sin for a season, because what would have been the legacy of Moses? Being a whole ass nigga legacy.
He was high level in the Egyptian
That's
empire.
right. Yeah, that's right. So he chose to separate from the known empire at that time that was ruling everything in that whole region, and fight for his people to receive that promise.
He didn't have just a $22 an hour job.
Right. On a whole nother level.
Jacob give up their whole soul for $22 an hour, man.
Right.
Fuck that, man.
Right. Comparatively, in this world, he'd been driving a Bugatti, been living in a nice mansion, servants, chilling. Yeah. Like a Dubai prince. That's right, man. That's the level that Moses was on. You that high up, man. He gave that up for what? The promise of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to go into the promised land.
Yeah.
A lot of our people don't want to give up what they think that they have in this world for the sake of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
But they want to boast in the law, Moses.
Yeah, all day. And try to make you, seem like you're the bad guy. They're like even these Christians. A Christian gonna come up and try to tell us, there's a Hebrew Israelite that had a gun with Mike Tyson. So listen, the last thing a Christian can do is come and tell me about anything violent.
Right.
You literally committed genocide on the whole group.
Right. In the name of
You
Jesus.
got on a boat
Yeah.
to go kill people, man.
Right. Doctrine of discovery.
Right. That was underneath the Christian banner.
Calvin.
So anytime a Christian want to come up to one of us and would talk about the atrocities of the Israelites, we're a terrorist group. No. The Christian has been the biggest terrorist in the history of mankind.
Yes, the Edomite Christian.
The Edomite Christian. So yeah, man. So we coming in that Moses spirit, man, breaking off from Egypt, seeking out the promised land through the spirit power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You got it, bro.
And it said to enjoy pleasures of sin for a season. But the scripture says, Revelation 12, Esau know he got a short time.
Right.
Now, what he gonna tempt everybody with? The MOTV. Now, say if you get that, and especially we know when it get mandated, time gonna move fast. Now, say if you say, okay, damn, I gotta go to FEMA for food. The Lord ain't, you know, giving you no food. I ain't seen no raven yet with no food. And you said, fuck it, I'm gonna go to FEMA. Man, it could be weeks later or days later, the Lord come. You know, so it's the point. Why would you even bow down when it ain't even a long time you're gonna be here anyway?
Exactly.
You might as well just, you feel what I'm saying? Suffer. That's the thing, because look, the brother in New Orleans, my kinfolk, he got a saying, it's two options. You can either die for the Lord or die by the Lord. Yeah. At least for the Lord, I know my work's gonna follow. You know, we know we're gonna get raised up again. Yeah. But if we bow down and choose and fear the so-called white man, then now you gotta take missiles. Now you gotta go through a real destruction, man. So the point is, we a short time. If Esau got a short time to rule and we in this captivity, we only got a little time to be here. Right. We don't got that long to be here.
Bro, you take the chip, you can just go to the club 2 weeks and that shit will malfunction. And then the Lord, you know,
right.
all hell gonna break it. Shit gonna malfunction. You're gonna have to keep getting the upgrade, just like that Apple. Yeah. And any phone you got, install update. Every goddamn week, bro. So what you think they're gonna have with that digital off? You're gonna always have a headache. It ain't gonna work. Okay?
I got a precept to what you just said. 1 Peter 4:13, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you.
And don't let these people in this world make you feel like you're wrong for the truth. Right. Because the truth makes them uncomfortable. Somehow you're wrong, and you gotta, you know, bow and bend to that. Nah, man, we're not wrong. Nothing we're saying is wrong. So don't allow this world to use the emotions of this world, the witchcraft of this world, to make you say, damn, I'm tripping. No, man, we ain't tripping, man. We may be sipping like a bottle, but we ain't tripping. Go ahead.
Right. Back it says, for the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters.
And that's why you see all of these judgments going out in the earth. Because of people that live by that behavior. And it's coming to Israel too. Even brothers in GMS, we ain't exempt. If the Lord is getting ready to deal, so we should be, the last thing we should be doing is bullshitting and not fearing. We know the truth. Go ahead.
Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed.
Right, and who are the Christians? The Israelites, man. The followers of Yahushua.
That's right.
They're calling us that now. Literally, there's other Israelites that say, oh, y'all are Christians. Like they literally say that. That's what was happening back then.
Right.
Go ahead.
But let him glorify the Most High on this behalf. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?
Right.
And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Okay, so it's going to be a bad look, like we were reading the second Ezra. All these scriptures, man. That pillar of salt, that memorial for disbelief. All right, it's going to be real bad for all the people that's talking up against the men of the Lord. They didn't want to take heed to the warning. Because it wasn't nice enough, it wasn't gentle or soft enough for you. You don't like it. That's not what you grew up with. You know,
like the Lord got to get on your level.
But it's got to be agreeable to you first before you can get with it. Most High ain't waiting on your ass to get with it. Okay, you get on His program. All right, and that program is coming through the men of the Lord. As ugly and regular as they might seem, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is using the men of the Lord to come out and promote his word and publish his word and publish his intention and get things set in order and get the mindset in order of moving on into the next phase. Because we get in times into heavier prophecies. Okay? We went through the process of men being raised up through the Spirit. Now they've gathered all the nations. Now they're already pushing to you these digital systems that brothers have been preaching about for decades, especially the last 15 years, 10 years. All right? War going on with the bear, Russia, as prophesied, and it's only escalating. It's only escalating.
And there's a very, very hardcore hatred, hard mindset towards America.
Yeah.
Nations in the past that wouldn't have really been coming on at America. South Africa cursing out America. Elon is cursing out America. North Korea is cursing out America. 70s, 80s, you would have never seen these particular countries cursing out America.
Yeah.
But now it's becoming the common theme in the earth. Why? Because he's becoming despised among the heathen. And which is the book of Obadiah talks about that, man.
Right. 2nd Ezra chapter 2 verse 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea.
And that starts here with us raising up in these latter days.
That's right.
You have one guy ask him, when does it say we're going to teach the heathen our laws? Well, duh.
That's what's in the scriptures.
That's
man.
the scriptures. That's what we're going to do. The earth is literally going to be filled with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua worldwide.
Yeah.
That's the end goal.
Yeah.
Every knee shall bow. What does that mean?
Yeah.
We're going to let Moab still sell Chinese food saying it's chicken, but it's really rat? No, that won't happen.
What you think the Queen of Sheba came for? To King Solomon.
Right.
She came to get the breakdown, so she could take it back and implement.
Implement, right.
Okay.
Right.
So how much more so in the kingdom?
Right.
Kingdom.
Right.
Scripture say we're gonna teach them.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And if they don't want to be taught, they're going to be slain before.
Yeah.
They're gonna be
Like it says in Luke, all those that would not serve me,
Yeah.
bring hither and slay them before me.
Yeah, man.
We're going to be judged. We're going to be able to put famines in their land. That's scripture. It says if they don't come up to the Feast of Tabernacles, there ain't no rain.
That's right.
Because literally, we're going to be gods on the earth. Do you realize what that means? The power you have, that power you had with him in the beginning, under Yahweh Shakri, you're going to have that on earth.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So you're going to be able to make scripture say that. They cause plagues to come on the earth as oft as they would like. That's in Revelation 11.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, there's a clip in the movie The Watchmen of one of the most powerful creatures, Dr. Manhattan. They was utilizing him in what I think it was World War II, or it might have been the War of Vietnam. It might have been Vietnam War. It was the Vietnam War, right? So he pulls up on the Viet Cong, and the first what is he just smashing? He's like waving his hand, and they all explode. And then what did the rest of them do? They all just got on one knee and bowed immediately. They all just like,
What are you going to do?
you know, because when they realized his power, they were like, hell no.
He dismantled the tank by the wave of his hand.
That's right. So they just bowed down to him, man. What do you think when we coming back with the glory of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua on us, the first wave of people we completely annihilate. When you read there in the 2nd Ezra, like how they try to go up against the Holy Host and they just get crushed. What do you think these other nations gonna do? They gonna bow, man. Every knee shall bow. They're gonna bow.
I got a quick one for you. 2 Samuel 22 and 45. Strangers shall submit themselves unto me. As soon as they hear, they shall be obedient unto me.
As soon as they hear, when they know King David was pulling up, when they know the men of the Lord pull up, as soon as they hear, they gonna bow down, man. It's called dominion. It's like our people are afraid of that.
Yeah. They're afraid of greatness.
Yeah.
It's too much responsibility. You're gonna have a new body, nigga. You're not gonna be in this body. I'm gonna be tired, man. Oh man, the whole law I gotta teach it.
But you want all the dominion and power when you play NBA Live.
Everybody
you put everything on 99. So what? So what do you do on 99? You dominate and you play 18 seasons, got an apartment,
Right.
got a whole life online. But when it comes to actually acquiring this stuff in real life, you don't want it. You don't want 99? What's wrong with you, man?
Crazy.
You know?
Yeah, he wants the heathen to be equal with him.
Yeah. What?
The other teams ain't equal with you on NBA Live.
Yeah.
You got a center running 99 speed,
Yeah.
shooting threes,
Yeah.
nigga dribbling, you know what I'm saying? 7'9", nigga dunking.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to the spiritual act, nah, it's too much.
Yeah. You gotta
stupid
love. You gotta love. You don't love everybody on the NBA Live, right? You know what I'm saying?
Jump
Undefeated shit on the head.
Like, they don't know how to kick. Like, these niggas too good.
Yeah. Well, how about being undefeated through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man? Ain't you tired of this shit, man? Ain't you tired of going to work and having to put up with the BS, man? Scared to ask off?
Yeah, I'm only been here for about 7 months. I don't know if I can ask off. Sorry, so I can't. I have to come next week.
How many camps you gonna miss, man? Yo, that's just one example, man. Women talking to you all crazy. You know? Every aspect of your life is some bullshit, man.
Everything.
Waiter don't come back, don't bring no water. Waiting and shit. Can't say nothing because you scared.
Right, they may lick my steak.
Yeah, well, who's been my food? It's time to go get on the 99, man.
And that's because there's no fear of the Lord.
Right.
Somebody will fuck with your food.
Right.
That's a worry you have. Not even knowing where your food comes from. You think Abraham had a piece of steak on his plate and didn't know where it came from?
Right.
No, he
Right.
knew it came from his yard.
Yeah.
Okay? He knew what was in it, and he knew the process of how it was slaughtered, and knew the name of the Lord it was slaughtered in. Do you know?
Yeah.
No.
Whack, man. You go, like, I was talking to the apostle, he was talking about, he went somewhere, buy something, I think maybe the AutoZone or something like that. He said he's talking to one clerk about what he needs, and then a Mo comes up. I heard you had needed this. And he's looking at you, get out of here, man. You know how Pastor Kai is, man. You know? But the fact you gotta deal with that, man. And you can't say nothing.
Yeah.
You know? You can't say nothing.
Hated
man.
it.
Yeah, hated it. You gotta sit up there and listen to this person. They're the manager. They're the manager of the most. You gotta deal with the manager. You know? It's like it, man.
Back to the day-to-day with the filthy conversation of the wicked. That's a part of pursuing righteousness. To pursue righteousness is to hate wickedness. So the spirit that comes on you is like, man, what the fuck? You're just like looking at everything every day, like this is some bullshit.
Especially if you're an Israelite man.
Yeah.
I mean, that spirit is judges, though.
Yeah. Those who receive the mark of exemption are going to be sighing and crying, like it says in Ezekiel the 9th chapter.
That's right.
Step back on what the elders were saying about how these other nations, they will have a choice or option. And one, when you read them curses in Deuteronomy 28, from 15 on down, remember it's blessings before that. And when we get changed, those blessings will come in, and this is one of the blessings. It's Deuteronomy 28, and I'm going to start at 9. The point is in 10. It says, and Yahweh shall establish thee a holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of Yahweh thy power, and walk in his ways. It says, and all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of Yahweh, and they shall be afraid of thee, man. And the point is, when they see that change, when they see this is God's on earth, literally, that's going to strike. We ain't going to have to just beat them, and no, they're going to be willing. Isaiah 2 is written for a reason. They're going to want to come down.
But that's going to take a while.
You know?
They still, you know what I'm saying? These heathen are proud. That's what that rod of iron is for. Now, they're going to be scared, but it's going to take a while to learn how we want things.
Yeah.
There's going to be shit that they're accustomed to doing. That's why it's a 1,000-year period, because by that generation of the heathen, they're going to be on point.
Yeah. They
ain't gonna be
they
perfect.
yet there's fight.
Right.
They were afraid, but they yet there's
Right,
fight.
right.
But that power is going to be displayed.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be, it's not, that power, when it's displayed, it's going to come hard, fast, powerful. So I get what the brother's saying, because these nations are going to bow down, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Once they see how quickly they can get done up, when they run up, they're going to bow, man. But it's going to be some ass kicking going on. You know, it's gonna be some ass kicking going on through the spirit, man. Okay.
Because the elite is saying they gonna be in the bunker, seeing that they still ain't gonna repent.
Yeah. And it's still not gonna Now, back up what the brother has said. The brother Judah the Prince put Isaiah 60 and 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. So once that power is established, we come back down, the holy city of Jerusalem come down, you know, after, you know, we all the main battle, which is going to be a small first round knockout. It's going to be a first round knockout.
Yeah,
right
right.
hand
Yeah,
is going to come in and strike these nations, man.
Yeah, no hope.
And so there's going to be like the elder said, 1,000-year period of them being put under new management.
Right.
All right. No, you move here, move. That's not your border.
Right.
Y'all don't even belong here. You know what? Get out of here.
Get out of here. These animals don't believe.
Yeah.
You go, man.
Get rid of all of that. Burn that. Build this. You shut the fuck up.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. No
All
kind
right.
of these different regions. You got to think. The earth is going to be in disarray from that destruction.
Right.
So it's going to take them. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to have the power to literally be in that and be straight. The new bodies. But the earth is going. It's going to take. Who knows how long we're going to be up there? Yeah. Then we come down. You got to think places like Europe, Greece. You know, these different places. We going to. Duh. We're going to inhabit it.
Yeah.
It's the earth, man.
Yep. Yep.
That's why I look at different places. Netherlands.
Yep.
Africa. Africa's beautiful.
Yep.
We're gonna rule over the whole earth under Yahweh
You don't have to have it on 4K.
So you can put your mind in this different region. You can look at it as I would do this. I would have this there.
Because Israel's gonna be the headquarters.
Yeah.
That's right. Israel's gonna be the headquarters of the whole earth, which was the inheritance. The whole earth is the inheritance made for Israel, not just one part.
Yeah.
So when we get the heathen to be in order, it's because we allow them to do it. Because we gave the order. You can do this, you can't do that. And that's it.
That's right.
You know, that's our rulership.
That's right, man. And this should get you excited.
That's right.
It should get you anxious to get out of this position. The more you learn about the scriptures and what the nation of Israel is supposed to be and our relationship with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is supposed to be, this way it irks you, man.
Right. That's right.
Like the apostle would say, you feel icky. You feel like, ugh. Stuff you just feel icky. Your stomach have to look and deal with. Like the Elder Yashawama, there's certain smells, man. If he smell it, it's just like he gets mad. You know what I'm saying? And I always remember that because that was kind of a righteous thing. And, you know, when I see that, you don't think about it till you see. You're like, you know what? That's upright. You know, like, ugh, I smell that shit.
The Lord said that these are stinking my nose.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Feel like that.
You don't like nasty smells. You know? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Come on. He'll tell you how to smell. What you got on? What? You know?
Yeah, I can get you some back.
Yeah.
I got to preach something. Psalms 2 and 8, it says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, in the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
Yeah.
Backing up what you was kind of saying too, you know what I'm saying? We don't have a heathen as an inheritance, man. You know?
Yeah.
Jake ain't asking.
Ownership, and they did it to us.
Possession.
Yeah.
Right now, you are possessed through a birth certificate, a social security. You are possession of the elite.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
But then when we say in righteousness we're going to do that, we ain't going to need no damn birth certificates and social security cards and all of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we're going to inherit the heathen.
That's right. We're gonna own them. That's ownership. You know?
But the beauty of it is we're not going to teach them to be wicked.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Look what Esau taught us. What has he possessed us? God damn. Hoghead cheese.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So-called Negro, Latino, and Native American are at the height of being homos. It's on a whole nother level, man. It's ridiculous. Okay? We need out.
Yep. And then they'll sleep with the woman. The new thing is the women now they'll sleep with their gay friends.
They've been doing it.
Right.
Yeah,
But
they've
then
been doing that, y'all.
She's at Whole Foods or Sprouts one day, and you're there, and y'all meet.
Yeah.
She's laying with a damn mo.
Yep.
Yeah,
Then
that's
you
just my
meet her.
friend.
You know what I'm saying?
Nasty.
And you think,
All
oh,
kinds of
that's,
nasty
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? That's the type of shit going on in this world, man. Who wants to lay with a woman who lay with a mo? No.
Nobody. Spiritual.
Yeah, fuck that. Anyway,
That's disgusting. Right there.
Real for real.
Sirach, the 10th chapter. Sirach, the 10th chapter. I was reading that earlier. Ultimately, the earth needs new management, and we're here to tell you, the Spirit, that under who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, okay, that's what we're here to preach, the throne of David.
That's right. That's
Okay,
right.
where the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai will be spread throughout the whole planet Earth.
That's right.
Wickedness is being spread throughout the whole planet Earth right now. So in our kingdom, righteousness. Go ahead.
It's Sirach 10:1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people,
Right.
and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Look at this government, man. I mean, you got every other week it's a pedophile. They do all type of drugs. They have all type of orgies. Hotel. I was watching this thing on Vice.
Vice,
Yeah, he was basically like these rich people.
I saw that, man.
The way they
Just
party is
freaky McNasty.
shit everywhere, blood.
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
They went into one of the rooms with a black light just to see all the stains.
Oh.
And he said they were shocked that there wasn't a corner in that place that didn't have just semen and fluid
He
stains.
said it was semen on the ceiling. And you gotta read those luxury hotels, they have high ceilings.
Yeah.
What the hell are they doing? You know what I mean?
All
Like,
of it.
Baphomet was in that one.
Yeah.
Picking up on
Some type of
Yeah.
dominatrix.
Yeah, man.
This place is out of order, man. But these are the people who are telling you what to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
These people
Right
sit
laws.
at the stand, writing laws. But he'll go and play with a little child, man.
Dipping cocaine, doing like
By the millions, got pictures, email, sending shit around. But that goes into that. Read that again.
Continuing on, actually from the top again, Sirach 10:1.
Yeah, you got an island. Imagine us with an island. We be chilling.
Yeah. A lot of chicken.
What?
a lot of
All
beach
right.
parties. Real
And you,
beach
if,
parties.
as a woman, you couldn't come over unless you were down.
Yeah.
You
got-
knew
that's
what it
off the
was.
top.
You know what I'm saying? You come to that no Western mindset
Yeah,
is
no
allowed on the
Western
island.
mindset.
We hear about it. We coming and throwing your ass off the mountain. It's our island,
Yeah,
right?
get the hell out of
Because
here.
they were doing wickedness over there. We do righteousness, man.
Hey, these women, they'll do it for these rappers. They gotta sign those the NDAs
Yeah.
before they already know what it is. But we gonna do it in righteousness.
We're gonna do it in righteousness, man.
All right, this is Sirach 10:1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Right. We're gonna tell Moab no more rat. Okay, we're gonna tell man, we even gotta teach Esau nasty ass.
Yeah.
Ham,
We
no
go
more
a little
do
while.
it for a little while. Ham, we gonna tell him to stop.
Yeah.
Take that goddamn soccer jersey and them slacks off. They don't go together.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, that's-
Drinking orange juice and then eating Oreo
Yeah,
cookies.
get
What
that,
the fuck is that?
yeah,
They weird like
and
that.
get that stupid look off your face.
Yeah. Walking to the mailbox side, like, what's wrong with this nigga,
Ham
man?
looking like a dirty tennis ball, man.
Ham. Elam, oh my goodness. Get out of the way. Shut up. Stop asking so many goddamn questions, man. That's really what we gonna say. Hey, y'all gotta get in order, man. Stop looking like that.
Yeah.
Because the heathen are through, man.
That's right.
The heathen don't have it, man. Let's be honest. The Moabite.
Yeah.
These people look. Well, you see him.
Yeah.
This motherfucker was driving in a car with a mask on and a shield with the window up.
In the car. Yeah.
I see people talking with mask on. I try to get it out of the way.
Boy, completely clueless, walking across the street like cars ain't coming, man.
This shouldn't be. A wise judge wouldn't have. You know.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be allowed. Go ahead.
Continuing on, verse 2. Right, it reads, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers.
Yep. Corrupt. Every sect of society where people's lives are controlled or people are so-called being taught it's compromised. It's wicked.
Yep.
It's corrupt. There's no way to get to the top unless you're corrupt.
Yeah.
They get film on you. All of the people who are get to some sort of, they got film on them.
Yeah.
They got to know they trust them to cover some shit up and be corrupt. That's the way you make it here.
Man, they showed that on that show, the Ozarks.
Oh yeah.
They show how corrupt this place is, man. Like how the politicians is mixed in with the business owners and the entrepreneurs, and how they get dirt on each other and stuff like that. Also, Ray Donovan. They show Ray Donovan. Have you ever watched Ray Donovan? Man, they show you how they set you up, and so they'll have tape on you as you rise through your career. And when they, you go home and somebody's sitting on your couch in the dark, Mr. Johnson, congratulations on your promotion. This is what we need you to do.
Creepy. Yeah, like that black woman judge that they got up there.
Yeah.
For her to be where she is in Esau society, forget about it.
She ran through
Oh my goodness.
ghetto gagging. Yeah. They'll set you up, man. They'll drug you, do some stuff to you, man, film it, then
Yeah.
email it to you.
Yeah. Yep.
Anytime you get online, this is gonna hit the news, man.
Yep.
No Jake has reached the level of being an icon in this society without doing things of
Bro,
that nature.
you have to sell out.
Right. But you had something to say real quick?
Back up that. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 12 and verse 8. It says, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. And that's the back of that. The vilest man is exalted, the so-called white man. And that's why the people are acting just like the king. Bob, following his ways, doing what he do. Why? Because again, the vilest man is exalted, so the people gonna be just like him.
Verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of a city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
So everybody you see, like Jake is literally a walking representation of Esau.
Right.
When they shoot each other, that's really Esau.
Wild Wild West.
Drug selling drug, that's Esau. The so-called white woman is a complete whore.
Oh yeah.
So the nigga woman mimics that. Okay? Our women, they love the white one. They all up into being the white woman. But then the white one tries to be them.
Right.
Bigger lips, bigger, like, what are you doing?
You have the darkest woman with the blonde hair and the reddest lipstick you can find, looking ridiculous, man.
You said it, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the wicked seducing. That's right. They mimicking each other. It's like a filthy circle.
Right. But that's Esau's creation at the end of the day. So as is the ruler, so are the people. So in the kingdom, people, the Elamites are going to have to mimic us. All of the heathen, they're going to have to mimic what we doing. Okay? And they're going to, but at the end of the day, everybody wins that way.
You know what though?
But you never win like Israel.
Now, in that situation, hey, if you look at it in that situation, they don't know everything that we sing is coming from the heavens. This situation, Esau put on the suit. He said he got them thing. They all typical ready to hear everything. Man. All because he got a suit on and he speak like this, even though he the nastiest person.
Right,
on the earth.
rich. Because he's rich.
Right.
He can go from being a damn computer guy to a damn doctor.
Yeah.
Right. And because he's rich, he's credible.
Right, exactly.
No, he still got some more. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 6:24, it says, but the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and a wise king is the upholding of the people. So through wise rulership, that's going to be the welfare of the entire world, man.
Right.
Righteous government. Right. True leadership, man. All built upon righteousness, man.
That's great. I can't wait.
Right.
A huge difference from this.
I'm ready to kick.
As is
I'm ready to,
so to be.
I'm ready to judge too. But more so when the whole earth is filled full of the wisdom of God. Man, could you imagine that?
That's why we look for new heavens wherein righteousness dwelleth.
They said in Isaiah 9, I believe, when Yahweh shall come, he's going to establish the throne of David with justice and judgment, man. That's all what's going to happen.
That's right.
Keep going.
Continuing on. Verse 3.
Y'all can see what we see behind this camera, man. Crazy ass world.
But in the kingdom, you ain't no animal just put shit on the side and where somebody can walk. You know what I mean? Let's go all be separate.
They picked it up because Edomites, they'll let y'all go and they'll just leave.
Yep.
Just look around, just walk on.
Esau is the worst, man, and they've been able to really put themselves out there as the eagle, the highest flying bird. They really act like they're the highest They got the highest IQ.
Highest average.
Esau, man, now that we know that he's overrated.
Yeah.
He's vastly overrated, man. He ain't all that, man.
Very dirty and nasty.
Yeah.
Man, I was walking up, man. There was two Edomites sitting at a restaurant. Dudes, I guess they, chilling out. Let's go get a beer, man. And they're sitting there. Both of them are picking their noses like they're both just sitting there picking their noses. Both of them just sitting there picking their noses together and looking at it. And I was just like, y'all playing this shit? Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Yeah, let's meet up.
These dirty motherfuckers, man. Y'all filming this or something? Like, get a napkin. Like sitting there literally just.
They always want to shake hands and stuff too. That's why Edomites are got it.
You gotta give them the elbow, man.
I got you.
All right, verse 3.
Dirty Edomites.
An unwise king destroyeth his people.
You
But-
poison the air, you poison the water, everything. Right, damn, would you want your slave to be healthy? Like, God damn, bro, the stuff that's in our food, and Americans are sitting there cursing out Russia. Russia don't have all them GMOs and shit in their food.
Yeah.
If you get some ketchup in Russia and you look at the ingredients, it's vastly different than the ingredients that you'll see here in Babylon. A lot of that shit ain't allowed.
This is a lot shorter on the back
Yeah,
of the container.
Right, all these goddamn all that names you can't pronounce.
So what has Putin did to a nigga in America? For them to now be art mad at him.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden Jake loves Ukraine.
Niggas still in LA banging over a flag.
While you over here, your gas high, your food is high, you've been lied to.
Yeah.
You force some goddamn, you don't know what the hell it is down in you. And then told your ass to drive back to work with the high gas.
Go get yelled at by a woman.
And now another period.
I'll let you know when you can go on your break.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, this is your
Get
break.
back to me.
Right. 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15-minute break. You and Shalom, you in the car. Giving all praise to y'all, watching those shots. You know, you try to cram, what you had on your mind, you cram it and quick it. Go ahead.
Verse 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
In true prudence. Let's look up the word prudence. If I look up that word prudence, man. I mean, man, the soil, everything is out of order, man. On levels you wouldn't even believe. They spray barium, aluminum, which when you look it up on the chart, it spells Baal.
Yep.
It's literally Baal is in the air, man.
Periodic tape.
Everything is just like to throw you off. It's like it's attacking you.
Right.
Like this whole system attacks you. The fact that we're still here is a miracle, man.
Designed to separate you from the Father.
Right.
Like you said, the fact that the Lord put the Spirit on us to understand this thing, that we out here, they're looking at us like, ain't no fucking way.
Ain't no
So,
That's Jacob's hand on the hill.
look at this is the feminine form is prudence, H6195, Irama, or Irama. That
Nice
says
Hebrew name.
it says shrewdness, craftiness, prudence. Now, when you go to the root of that, Iram,
You can be crafty and righteousness.
that's right. Yeah, absolutely, you can. Absolutely, it says subtlety, shrewdness, craftiness. Okay, meaning you understand what your decisions are going to produce.
Right.
All right, you're prudent. You're looking into what are you going to do and the consequences or the different ways it can go. You have it?
You got on the etymology.
Kind.
It's from the etymology online dictionary. It says prudence. Mid-14th century, it says intelligence, discretion, or foresight.
Discretion, meaning to discern, to judge. Go ahead.
It says practical wisdom to see what is suitable or profitable.
Right, practical wisdom. To be practical meaning you actually applying what you know.
Yeah.
All right. So someone who's thinking practically means you take pieces of information and you lay it out. You have to practically apply the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in the scriptures, man. All right. You have to put it in practice, right? So how do you do that? How do you do that? Well, you get better at that by what? Being tried out, experience works out what? Your level of prudence, your intelligence, and what was the other one? Your foresight. Meaning because you've been through some things, you understand, okay, if I do that, this is going to happen.
You know how to calculate your steps
That's
ahead.
right. That's why you can tell your children, hey, don't do that. Because you know what the outcome is going to be. Right?
Even little kids that experience by themselves, like get on couches and shit, little as hell, fall bust their head. If you watch them the next time, they kind of real slow because they thinking.
Yeah.
And we got to be that way, but in a spiritual sense, you know, in this truth. You know?
That's right. That's right, man. And so, yeah, that prudence is important. You know,
That's the character. We're being groomed to be kings. We're auditioning for kingship. And that's a characteristic of the kingdom. We're going to be like gods in the kingdom, knowing both good and evil, knowing what the end of wickedness is, and knowing what the end of righteousness is.
This is Sirach chapter 1 and 19. Wisdom raineth down skill. We're going to skillfully rule the earth under Yahweh.
Right.
Okay? And knowledge of understanding, and exalted them to honor that hold her fast.
And wisdom is a real spirit, man, coming from the throne. I mean, think about that. The Lord has to send this spirit down in our mind. That's why I said wisdom meet you in your thoughts. Okay? If you wait for you at your door, if you wait at the door, it'll be there. It'll conversate with you. Because it's an actual spirit that the Father is sending down through your house shot.
Right.
Okay?
And he's going to send Yahweh Shah and the 144 down.
Right.
It's just going to be
complete wisdom for the world.
Complete wisdom
For the world.
For the world.
Exactly.
Skill.
That's
Skill.
That's
Like
right.
on a whole nother level.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
It says, the root of wisdom is to fear the Lord, and the branches thereof are long life.
Hey, that's fear.
Yeah, and that's why our kingdom is going to be everlasting.
Right.
You know, when
Right.
fear of the Lord is near, everything's good.
That's right.
Stuff is clean, smells good. You know, no pedophiles, because the heathen, you got to think, they're still going to deal with the flesh.
Right.
Now, if we're priests, who are we going to minister to? Who are we going to teach?
Right. We're going to have it in our inward parts,
Right.
the heathen or not.
Right.
You know?
Right. Because what is the duty of a priest? To teach the people. It was Israel, okay, the difference between clean and unclean, all right, holy and unholy.
Right.
This is what you do, and this is what you can't eat. This is the job of the priest. Well, now that all Israel is going to be righteous, we're not going to have to teach another Israelite. Who are we going to teach?
Right. The heathen is still, and like you said, the heathen is still in the flesh. Even after destruction, fresh destruction, they're going to be terrified.
Right.
But the thing is, they're still in the flesh.
Right.
Hey, Paul spoke about it. He said, some things I do, you know, I don't want to do, but the flesh, you know, the sin that dwelleth in his flesh, they're going to have that issue. So they still going to be making mistakes, committing adultery. They still going to be making mistakes, trying to sneak around,
Right, so we gonna
trying to
judge.
hold it together. Like, okay, look at this
know.
rat. We gonna know. We gonna use the law to execute what we gotta do according to the law.
And we won't. The crazy thing, we're not even going to have to go. What is said here?
We gonna know automatically.
It's going to be in us, and that's really what it is. The judgment of the Lord is going to be in you.
Right.
Your judgment is going to go forward. It's not going to be a second guess. It's not going to be like should I not. You're going to handle it according to the Spirit the whole time. You're not going to have to go, well, okay, here it says this.
You don't have counsel.
Nah.
We gonna be just right on the spot.
Yeah. And the scripture say, I forgot what scripture is, but it says how the curses shall come upon our enemies.
Yes.
So the curses we go through and everything, it's gonna hop on them. And then they're gonna have to drink that cup. They're gonna have demons on them, trying to fight back and do certain things and do little, even though we're gonna think about it, even though we're gonna have that very powerful grip, the demons are still gonna mess with their head.
Oh yeah.
Okay? They're still gonna mess with it.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's, you know.
They're going to be on a higher level though.
Right.
After the 1,000-year
Yes.
period, the heathen going to be on a higher level than they
Right.
are under the East.
Right.
We still got to go back. Nah, but go ahead.
This is Isaiah 2 and 2. I'll read quickly. It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
There you go. All nations.
Mountains represents governments. Yep. Exactly. Verse 3 it
Right
says,
now they have a summit.
right.
What is a summit?
That's the peak
Or the peak of a mountain.
Yep.
You have the summit meet where they meet.
Top government.
Top
Yeah.
have their councils.
Yep.
government is a.
Right, verse 3 it says, and many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the Most High of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways.
Meaning it's going to be obvious.
Right.
This invasion, this entrance of Yahweh Shai, the holy angels, the Lord sent upon, it's going to be so obvious that it's a power way beyond the average mortal human that's connected to us, and it's going to be obvious. They're going to have to bow down. Okay? Then when they see us, New Jerusalem coming down, they see us with their eyes, they're going to know. Okay? Just like when you read, when the angels appeared, okay, we bowed, and our people bowed down, they knew there was something in front of them that was beyond. They knew they came from up there. They knew they were gods. They can know that about us. Right? Okay, surely God is in thee. Remember we took him in chains? It said, surely God is in thee. All right?
Real quick, Isaiah 61:9. And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed that the Lord hath blessed.
Right, no. Not that we're known for saying we're the Hebrews, but they know we are. Ain't no whatever your God ain't, cause ain't no talking shit.
Ain't gonna
It's gonna be obvious. It's
Ain't
gonna
gonna be because
period.
you're jumping from the free throw line.
Right,
Nah.
nah.
It's gonna be because they gonna see something.
Right, they gonna know like okay, but it said they gonna acknowledge. So they gonna 100% know. Okay, we ain't got it, which is why they gonna have it in their mind. Let's go and learn their ways because that's the only way. Okay, even though they're gonna be jealous, envious, mad, bitter, because their ways was bullshit all along and lies, you know. Go ahead.
What you're saying is exactly what it says in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Wisdom of Solomon 5:2, it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and they shall be amazed.
You know what? You don't start from the top.
You might well on that, yeah.
Please, bro.
Absolutely.
Start from the top.
Wisdom of Solomon 5:1.
I was like, I can't let this shit.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness
Uh-huh.
before the face of such as has afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
Boldness telling them that we are those people, right? That the God up there is our Father.
Right.
We all is. Tell them to their face, okay? But they not acknowledging it. They're just talking shit. Go ahead.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
See that though, that's why we're gonna be bold.
Right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
They even seeing it now. They
seeing it now.
Just imagine this.
Right. Little upgrade. Perfection, yo.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
So after seeing all that, after seeing the chariots, and I mean, think about the noise, the type of noise that's going to take place on the entrance. That trumpet will be blown, and everyone like, because how is everybody going to see? When you read 1 and 7 Revelation,
1.
how is everybody going to see? Because that sound is going to make every
They said it's gonna be a
man.
drum break.
Come on, man.
Never heard.
Right, and then right before that, all this shit that's taking place, that people are like, what the hell's going on the earth? So when they hear that sound and everything, they're gonna be like, damn, this is it. This is it. That followed through with the brother Reed. Go ahead.
So far beyond all that they look for.
Yep.
And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he, whom we had sometimes in derision in a proverb of reproach.
So the Lord's gonna make it obvious that it's us going into the church.
Yeah.
Like them dudes that was on the court.
Can't be.
Like, no.
He's gonna so right there lets you know that he's gonna give them that front seat. You know they try to get the front seats in the NBA games or different concerts. Courtside. He's gonna give them the courtside seats to see it so in super 8 and 8K. That's them. That's those guys. I can't believe
That's Jamal for work.
Getting big. Come on, yo.
Right as the missile comes.
Right.
Come on. That's big time, man. So they gonna know even before we come back down, they're gonna know as we going up. They were right. Those are the Hebrews. Go ahead.
That's what it say. Hey,
Go ahead.
verse 4. We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor.
Right.
When they see us out here, they like, man,
Crazy.
these niggas is
Mad,
mad.
man.
He's gonna
Crazy,
be in
yeah.
jail next week.
Right.
He just mad because he don't have a job, yeah.
Yeah.
We got better jobs than a lot of people. Yeah, baby, get the hell out of here, man.
Right.
Verse 5. How is he numbered among the children of God?
So they're gonna say. So when you read it really in vision, they're gonna say this within themselves as they see us get beamed up. Okay. As we stood upon our feet, as it says in what Revelations, it said we stood upon our feet. We went up, and it said that the enemies beheld them. That links directly with that. They beheld us, and then in their mind, they're like, damn, they were right. They are the Hebrews. God is on their side. We're wicked. We didn't know shit the whole time. And it goes right. That's what I'm saying. Right. Go ahead.
How is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot is among the saints? Therefore, like you said, have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction.
So that, but now that lets you know the gospel has to do its full run according to how about Shah wants it. It has to do its full run, not only for the Jakes to hear it or diss it, but for the heathens to hear it. So when he makes his interest, even themselves gonna be like, they were right. That's the witness. Right.
They're gonna put us on the news. All types of stuff getting ready to happen.
Man, right.
And it's gonna bring more believers too. But it's gonna bring a lot of persecution.
Right.
But then miracles gonna come, and Esau, he gonna lose his mind.
Once those miracles start happening, they're gonna try to cut the internet. They're gonna try to cut everything because it's gonna spread so fast.
Hey, not just the internet. They're gonna try to cut the cords, like it says in Psalms 2.
Oh yeah.
They gonna, that's what they're gonna know. Okay, that's it. We're gonna have to cut the cords between the Lord and his anointed, the Israelites. It's time to cut those cords. They're doing too much.
Yeah.
The world is seeing too much, and they're right. And they're making us look small.
Yeah.
Because the power that they ain't got no military, even though we do have military in the heavens, but in their mind, they ain't got no military, they got no carnal weapons. They just regular guys, but they doing all this around. Come on,
Like Pharaoh in Egypt, the Lord go hard, Esau hard. When big things start happening, Esau go get proud. Even now, he's becoming more bold about, like he's saying what he's trying to. He'll tell you this is what's coming.
Right.
He'll literally say, look, man, we're gonna cut the lights out. Right. Like he just say it, like there's gonna be another variant.
Man, that shit come.
Because he trying to, he trying to speak things into existence.
Right.
What did your boy Biden just say? Look, we got to end NWO.
Clearly. He clearly said it.
To your face. And we got to be the leaders of it. Meanwhile, America's allies are cursing them out. Everybody's stupid, it's nasty. What is Kamala Harris? What is she doing?
She ain't hurting nothing.
Right.
She do all kinds of nasty shit.
Black girl magic, right?
I guess she's still smoking weed, jamming Tupac.
Right, that bitch don't listen to Tupac, man. She listen to babies screaming.
Right, exactly.
That's the type of shit they into. That's their music. Drinking blood. Yeah, don't say that shit. Say that shit on your speak to that camera.
Alright, back to
Wherever you at.
Solomon again. Wisdom of Solomon 5, verse 7. It says, we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction.
Man.
Yeah,
they wearied themselves, man. They gonna know, like, all the shit we did. God, dog, it's led to this.
Stuff we was into, it's coming to nothing.
It's come to nothing, man. It was temporary. Okay? That's why that pride, his pride so high, but his rulership is just for a moment. Yeah, it feels long to us, but in the overall, it's just for a moment.
It's a little season.
It's a little season that has to go. Okay? It's gonna go in an epic fashion. Go ahead.
yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for
That's these doctrines.
Right.
There's no water.
Right, dry.
Like, damn.
Right, dry wicked. Because, hey, desert being symbolic, even though they going through physical day, but desert being symbolic for what? Dry, no water. Okay, it tells you when a demon man, right? He find an empty for ready to party again. Those dry demons looking for a place. So it's just dry evil. No righteousness and just wickedness, man. Okay? And they going through it. They going through it, but they going through it proud. And they know everything they're doing is wicked. Like your forefathers came over here and did some straight up bullshit. You know it, but then you celebrate it in all kinds of fashions. Then you get us to celebrate it. Okay, we grew up celebrating. You brainwash us with that. And then if we come with any facts about what your holiday is, now something wrong with us. That's evil, man. But they love it so. Go ahead.
Yeah. Through deserts where there lay no way.
Uh-huh.
But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it.
Right, all y'all breakdowns is false.
Through.
Come on, man.
Pseudoscience. That's why I said lying wonders. Everything that nigga said is a lie. It's
False. 500 billion. Nigga, you 45. What you mean 500 billion years ago? what do you know? How do you even calculate that?
Radiocarbon dating.
But some what's his name doing the wheelchair? I think he died.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
But you in a
They
wheelchair.
found out he could do that.
His whole life was to say that there's no God. That was his thing.
His whole life.
But you sitting there,
You never figured out how to get out of that wheelchair.
Right.
what is he doing there?
Come on,
Tell him what they was doing with him.
bro.
He was on stage, so what is, so he's,
Curled
there's
up.
no God, but you,
But he got the answer.
clearly there's a God.
He got the answer.
Get yourself out that wheelchair, man.
He can't do that.
Right.
Verse 8.
Wow.
What hath pride profited us? Or what good hath riches with our bounty brought
Now
us?
keep in mind, as this brother's reading, this is what's going on in Esau's head. After he sees it being up, these thoughts are racing. Because they already heard the gospel. They already heard it, they already hated on it, they already have it. That already happened. The Lord made sure that happened. That's why he has to go to the earth. You see what I'm saying? So, go ahead.
All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hasted by.
Then now we gotta die. Now we gotta get judged.
Over.
Okay? Hey, God actually remembered these niggas.
Yeah.
Pretty much what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And as a ship that passeth over the waves of the water, which when it is gone by, the trace thereof cannot be found, neither the pathway of the Nile in the waves.
Quick.
That's that little season. Right. When you read Revelation 20, Satan will be loosed out of his prison for a little season.
Right.
And it says the joy of the hypocrite is before a moment.
And man, you know it was crazy, man, growing up, going to certain white schools where yeah, Jacob, but you know, predominantly white and Arlington. Man, you be in class, you be young, sometimes you think like, well, how do they got the mansions? How they got the gated communities? How are they so proud and able to enjoy the earth that we just poor? Like it didn't make sense until the truth.
Yep.
Okay, that wisdom came, like the wisdom, it came down from the throne and gave us the answers. And more answers than that, you know?
And in the kingdom, in the kingdom,
yeah.
in the kingdom, people gonna look at this devil, but they gonna be like, ain't no way this man was the real word. That little season is really that. Nobody's gonna be nobody that can remember.
Right.
In Isaiah 14 and 16 it says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Right.
That did shake kingdom?
Yeah, you got Bill Gates, all them old, dusty, serpent looking Edomites in the ditch. Dirty, hey, face got dirty, they scared and shit. These are the guys that's been doing all this. Oh, man. And that's why we're going to search them out. That's why, through the Spirit, we physically going to search them out, man. In caves, underground, you know. Everything they're preparing with their riches that they stole and robbed, they're preparing it just to get sought out anyway. All that gold they storing up, right? All the gold bars all on top of each other in a vault. All that is to carry to us.
Yes.
The whole time.
Let the brother read that.
It's the book of Psalm 73 and 12. It says, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world, they increase in riches. It says, verily I have cleansed my heart in vain. But that's the point to back up the elder brother. When you see the ungodly in the world, they increase in riches. So that make you feel like, well, damn, I'm serving the Lord. I just had a problem with that. You know, like, Lord, right? We are chosen people, like, we on the bottom. And that make you feel some type of way.
Right.
But it's the thing, though. What make you understand is understanding the will of the Lord.
Right.
This was his blessing. He in his blessing right now, man. That's all we waiting on. We in that jail sentence, you know, that prison captivity. But we understand it's almost over. But I finish it. It says, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world, they increase in riches. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain. And so Esau was feeling like, well, I've been serving the Lord for nothing. You know? It says, and wash my hands in innocency. For all the day long I have been plagued and chastened every morning. And if I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. That's the point.
You start complaining about Esau to your people.
Looking at you like,
True, like shut up. Like, yeah, you mad at me because I'm speaking right. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But they'll argue for 2 years over $200 grandma.
Hold on, real quick. My uncle or whatever, about 5 years ago.
You all right, baby?
You all right?
You need help? Man. We ain't gonna tell nobody. Sakari would have put you on camera. Sakari would have put it on camera. The will of the Lord. That's right. Oh, thanks. At least her helmet stay on.
They got a chance anywhere else, so I think she was good. I never doubted that she was good. Black woman has a resilient chance.
It says, but it's the point, after you realize the wicked was increasing in the earth, but again, you got to go back to Satan, because remember Satan told Yahushua, the only way you can get this is if I give it to you, because it was given unto Satan. So the only way you will be able to, now of course you got people prospering in the world, but if you really want to get to that higher level, you got to do certain things, as Dad was talking about earlier. And they going to blackmail you, so on and so forth. But this is the end of it. It says, verse 16, and when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, and then understood I therein.
Ooh, it's prophecy. Now we going through that. When the world comes to it, now we're okay, now we're watching.
Brings comfort to your
Okay,
spirit too.
still complaining, but we watch before you. The hell, you don't know what to watch because you don't know what's going. You don't even know. I mean, you know he exists because we exist. You know he just an appearance. No, Esau tried to convince me that in 8th grade. Science, evolution. What we learning evolution in 8th grade? Not the Lord, but evolution. But all these that I was doing, the point is now we can watch. Now we understand prophecy. Now we can relax to a degree, right? He's going to throw ups and downs, but we can relax and wait and be patient and go along with his program, right? With the Lord's
Who would go in trouble, rest with us.
Rest with us, right.
When the Lord should be revealed. And it said, when I thought to know this, it was too late. Think about if you didn't know this now, living in this world.
Oh, hell no. You have all these questions with no answers, basically.
You bugged out.
We got the answers now. We got the answers, right? We got the answers. That's spirit.
That's why in Revelation 5, John the Revelator, he was crying when the seals wasn't open. Because in other words, like, damn, well, how we gonna get out of this situation? The promises that said, how we gonna get to it if everything is locked? But that's why he was crying. It was too hard for him at the time. But then he said, what? Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah have prevailed, man.
That's right. That's right. He opened the seals.
Yep.
And called Halal Yahweh Shem Shai. That's the greatest gift to have as a man on this earth. Wisdom. From the heavens. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're a walk in Jerusalem. Right. Where you have access to the Heavenly Father through Yahweh Shai.
And you said something last week. You said the kingdom of heaven starts here in the mind of LA.
That's why Yahushua said the kingdom of heaven is within you. You know, needing having the understanding of his knowledge. You know, Job 21:7, it says, wherefore do the wicked live, become old, they are mighty in power. Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes.
Yeah, the other brother just said, think about all the elite. They old as shit. The queen, you know, they see a low level, but don't touch the queen. Right. Jacob Rothschild, the Rockefeller, all of them grew old in their wickedness, which make it even more better because when we get in the kingdom, when we pull them out them bunkers, they gonna be still old as shit. Yeah. But you gonna have to work now. You never worked your whole life. Now you old as shit. Getting pulled out of bunkers and you about to work now. Think about this too. But it says the wicked grew old in it. They gotta be talking about Esau, man.
That's right. Verse 9, it says, their houses are safe from fear. Neither is the rod of the Most High upon them. So they do all of this wickedness. It seems like they never get punished for anything that they do. You know? The inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. You know? What does it say in Ecclesiastes? Though sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil, man. So Esau, just because he ain't been judged for all of his wickedness, he gonna go harder and harder in the paint, man. You know?
Hey, man, Esau plain right there. They drive, making my way down to blonde hair flying away and go and get a goddamn purse.
Right.
You talk like she ain't did shit. You in jail, in prison. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that happens to millions.
A lot of people that happen to.
Jump down to verse 17. Job 21:17. It says, how oft is the candle of the wicked put out? And how oft cometh their destruction upon them, the Most High Yahweh distributed sorrows in his anger. So right now we're in the time where the candle of the wicked is being put out. Their shame is being, there's a, what's it saying, Habakkuk, the second chapter? There's a shameful spewing on the glory of the wicked right now. So even though it seems like they're just skating by, man, the Most High has their judgment for a reserved time. And they said, right.
It's bound. Somebody
That's
get
what I
that.
said, Job 14. Matter of fact, I might as well read this real quick and I'll pass it. Right. Job 14:5, it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So Esau had a set measure, like the Golden State Warriors. They had a run, they won 3 championships. Now most likely they ain't gonna win another championship. They had a good streak, right? So Esau, he had a long run, but that run is almost up, man. The Most High had appointed his bounds that he can't pass. Esau's living on borrowed time right now, man. That's why we always quote Revelation 12:12. Satan's gonna come with great wrath because he knows that he has a short time. He knows that the time is ticking, man. So Esau gonna try to throw he gonna try to hit a buzzer beater. You know?
And then the Lord gonna block it from the
Right.
heavens.
He gonna try to get the new world order established with a buzzer beater. You know?
Right. It's gonna go in and roll around the room like this.
Yeah.
It's gonna go out. No! Death time, bro.
I got one. This is Isaiah chapter 24 and 21. Because people may think we're crazy when we say what you're saying. We're gonna have them in prison. Like people think that that's not scripture.
They don't want that. Why would we do that? You know?
It says Isaiah 24 and 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered together in a pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days they shall be visited.
After many days.
Yeah.
Man, oh.
We will leave them in there with two juniper berries,
Yeah.
18 Edomites, and 3 berries. Good luck, niggas.
man.
Man, they're gonna be scared. God, dog, they're gonna be terrified.
Yeah.
Yo.
They're gonna be terrified.
And I'm talking about these are people who live their whole lives
High.
on a high horse.
Servants. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
He said he's going to do that to the kings.
Come on. That's right. That's right. Can you imagine a Rothschild family, his grandson and his grandson's daughter, and they just sitting there like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They see their family, them and their families.
They're gonna be the first fruits of slavery, man.
Right. The first fruits, man.
Because a lot of them, they got them underground bunkers and stuff. Yeah. We're gonna scoop them up, man.
Right.
They're gonna be the first fruits of that continual employment.
Bro, can you imagine, bro? Just imagine them in real time in that pit, talking to each other, trying to talk and see what's gonna happen to them.
Right.
Like having those discussions, scared, face all red, blood showing, you know, probably got a black eye, bleeding, eye hanging off, and they talking like, just get terrified, bro.
The mental trauma we had to go through at the bottom of those ships, the dysentery that was all over everybody, that mental trauma, they got to receive double, like this what you said.
They gonna have
How
double
can
that.
you measure double of that?
I can't even
Yes.
picture, you know?
Double?
Right. When you go into that custom, you will write something on the paper,
Right.
and whatever was written in there, you flap it, that's your judgment.
Right.
That's really what that meant. But at the same time, double too. Like these devils are gonna, like the way we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it in righteousness.
Right.
We ain't gonna be buck breaking.
Right.
We ain't gonna rape your woman while you in prison. That's what Esau, y'all, but you be on a slave yard and shit, and he'll just roll up while you with your woman.
Right. Give me that gal.
He'll rape her in front of you, make you watch.
Yo,
Don't
Dance in
look
the
away,
back.
boy.
This in the back, she crying.
That's why the women don't.
That's horrible.
Man, it all go back to that.
Yep. So that's gonna happen. That's scriptural. That slave trades are in the scriptures.
Oh yeah.
All right. Servants. You think we ain't gonna have servants in the kingdom?
What you ready for? Say?
Oh, you wanna get it?
Brothers.
This is Nehemiah 9 and 24. This is speaking about what the Lord did for Israel in the past. He says, so the children went in and possessed the land, and thou subduest before them the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites, and gavest them into their hands with their kings and the people of the land, that they might do with them as they would.
That they might do
As
this
we
in
would. In all righteousness, like
Right.
the elder said too. You know?
That's a possession.
Right.
You do what you want with your possessions. And so Ananias and Sapphira, when it was yours, wasn't that at their own power to get you on your own?
Right. You got a car, you put some wheels on it, it's your car. You do what you want to do with your possession, man.
Yep, and Jake is afraid of that type of power because that's too much responsibility. We ain't gonna have that thought mind process in the kingdom, man. Go ahead.
It's Joel 3, and I'll start at verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off. The Lord hath spoken.
So we gonna have a heathen doing shit to you, man.
Yeah, right.
Our favorite heathen,
Cushion, probably.
you know, go ship these,
Watch
go
gonna be
ship
my
these
top
bastards
service.
over there, you know, to such and such. That's what we gonna be doing. And Vocab is scared because he hears it and he's like, damn, if this is true, I'm through. So he's messed up in the head. Like all of these people, Christians, are now trying to come out of the woodworks and try to go into prophecy. Y'all don't know prophecy, man.
No, not at all. Christianity is a huge failure.
Try to go into prophecy with a Christian, man.
They wrestle with the scripture, man.
Isaiah 45:14. Thus says the Lord, the labor of Egypt, and merchandise of Ethiopia, and of the Sabians,
Yeah.
men of stature, shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine. They shall come after thee in chains. They shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee. They shall make supplication. They're going to be begging.
Right.
Okay? Begging for mercy from us. Please don't kill me. I'll do anything. Right? It says, unto thee saying, surely God is in thee, and there is none else. There is no other God. So they're going to fully, like we said earlier, they're going to fully acknowledge it. They're going to see us. They're going to be in chains. Okay? The higher ups, the man of stature is talking about the higher ups, man, in these governments, in these mountains, in these kingdoms. You know, Putin, Kim Jong-un and his government body, et cetera, man. They're going to bow down in chains, man. They're going to be begging us.
We're gonna start underground cage fighting, having fighting with each other. Have Trump fight Biden.
Yeah.
You know, Putin fight Biden. You know,
That's what they did to us. On the plantation, they had, what do they call them? What do they call them? On the plantation, they called them, oh, it was, that comes to me later, man. They had us fight, man.
to death though.
To death.
And they watched it eating.
Yeah.
Up TV, they're sitting there watching Tim Jakes fight to death.
That's what the gladiators was doing. Gladiators too. Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
It's Isaiah 14:1. It says, for Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
Right.
And set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
Right, and that's talking about the Israelites, the Israelite foreigners. Because when you read Revelation, the 5th chapter, or the 7th chapter, it talks about the 144, that's the tabernacle of David, the house of Jacob, and then we're going to go to Jerusalem and we're going to have inheritance. Right. Yahweh Shah is going to first part the Holy Land with the 144. Right. Each tribe is going to get their inheritance, right. And then you got the large multitude. They're going to be joined with us, right. And they're going to be set up. And we're just going to go throughout the four corners of the earth doing righteousness. So that's really what that's talking about. That ain't talking about heathen. Heathen ain't going to be joined. No. That's what Levi means, to join. We were joined to the Lord via the first covenant. That's talking about Israelites, man. From the four corners of the earth, they're going to be, hey, the Lord going to have mercy on the large multitude. Now, a dumbass Christian will tell you that the Lord is only going to save 144 Israelites, but of the heathen, it's an innumerable multitude that no man can number. After all of that, we just get 140. No, that's Israelites, man. And they're likened unto strangers. They get their inheritance through Yahweh Shah through the 144. They're brought back. Mercy. Mercy, right. They get an inheritance. All right, go ahead.
It says, and the strangers shall be joined with them, right, and shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
There you go.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. Right. And the house of Israel shall possess them.
Because as we get in out of from the, what did the scripture say? The law shall go forth to Jerusalem. So from there we're gonna go, you heathen, wherever you at, wiggling around. Hey, we gonna show up. We gonna pull up, right? In righteousness, man. Go ahead.
We ain't gonna need no satellites, you know, have to track on your phone. No, because all gonna be guys, literally guys on earth. We gonna know everything, know where everybody at, what bunkers you in, what parts of the earth you in. Because when we come down, brothers been going into it, we literally gonna go around the earth and grab up these heathens, but you gotta consider 2/3, that's gonna be in America, that's gonna be destroyed. You still gonna have Israelites in other parts of the earth, scattered in other parts of the earth.
Some of them are going to be slaves in those bunkers. It tells you in those bunkers it's going to be rich men, bond men, hid themselves in the rock. You think Esau will have an underground world with no slaves? No, that's going to be watch.
What do you think? When they're taking all these children, what do you think when they grow up? What do they become? They're still serving. They still have some kind of dominion over their, you know.
And in fact, I was looking at this thing, and I sent it to you, but it was dealing with Switzerland, right? And they got the biggest underground facility to hold millions of people. And you know, looking further into it, that's where you got Klaus Schwab, and he stayed Switzerland. That's
That
what
makes sense.
That's what CERN, you know, the CERN, the big shit, you know, the portals. That's in Switzerland, you know. And but they got the biggest underground facility that can hold millions. The point is, as soon as I watched that, they said that. That's what I thought about. Those the main elites might be there with all those servants.
Well, let's get it.
When you go to Switzerland, it means black land. Swatza, it means black. So, you know.
Revelation 6 real quick, the last like 3 verses. And Revelation 9. What time is it?
Revelation 6 is probably like almost 10. The last 3 verses. Revelation 6 and 15. It says, and the kings of the earth and the great men.
Before that, what did it say before that?
In the heaven departed.
Yep, read that.
Revelation
Destruction is going to come. Go ahead.
Revelation 6 and 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man.
Bondman. Slaves going to be down there.
Right.
Go ahead.
Hid themselves in the dens and rocks of the mountains.
Right.
And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us.
Right.
And hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb.
So that's letting you know everybody ain't going to be dead.
Right.
No, they're going to be in those bunkers, and they show them off. They show them off. Now, if you see it, you ain't. If you seen one, you ain't seen nothing. They go even deeper than what, man. They got underground societies.
It's probably underground stuff under the foot right now.
Well, shit, over there.
Yo.
In Houston, they got an underground.
I know.
So if you got access to something underground, what do you think the elite got?
Yeah.
So the Lord will have it to where they're going to be in those bunkers, still probably try to press some buttons to shoot nukes off, try to fight the chariots. But just imagine, they're going to know we get beat. Then we sitting up there getting crowned. Who knows how long?
Right, exactly. We don't know.
In earth years, these heat, they're going to be there because they got enough food. The Lord going to make sure they got enough to keep them straight. Wine, you know. Yep. Now Revelation.
This is the last verse.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 17, it says, the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?
Right. Go. Now Revelation 9 and start at 20.
It's Revelation 9 and 20. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues.
What plague? The nuclear destruction, the fire that's going to come on the earth. Remember, there's the Lord. There's going to be a remnant of people left.
Yep. It says, and the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands.
Right. They're going to be in the bunkers trying to conjure up demons. You see what I'm saying? With the chariot up there, they're not going to stop.
Right.
You would think that would, but not Esau, bro. The elite of this world, they still going to be trying to figure out a way we can attack the chariot and stop them. They ain't going to know what to do.
Right.
Yeah, they literally going to fight the second coming of the Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Space Force.
It says,
Imagine a nigga woman on the front line trying to fight the cherries.
With a
with a helmet on, with a helmet. That old school.
Like the 40 right there that just fell off the fight. She's gonna be in the front line.
Imagine her on the front line.
Yeah.
But that's the type of people on the front line in America. The flip-flop community, the trans, they fighting the war, scared, weak men. The American army ain't over there to really fight. They don't really have that patriotic spirit. They just needed money.
That's it.
Their daddy got tired of them. And they listened to that stupid nigga that came to the high school.
Yeah.
They're like hired troops.
Right. Play it out, man.
They just want the bonus on it, man.
Right. Nobody, these Americans ain't got no patriotic spirit, man.
Hey, man, back in ancient times, when you had hired troops, you knew they would be the first ones to lay down their weapons. Because they're not there for the cause. They're there for the business.
Right. Hirelings. Go ahead.
It says, yet repents it not of the works of their hands, that they should not work, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk, and neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts.
Over my dead body, that's what Esau say. I'll never, they really feel like that, though.
Hey, because they were created only to be the wicked.
Devil, man.
Their programming in their mind is just complete evil. The Lord said, look, this proves right here too. Isaiah 26:10. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness.
So you know what? Start up 2 verses before that. Watch this. Because it goes into what we were talking about. Go ahead. How we gonna teach these people. In the kingdom, righteousness is gonna flow. Go ahead.
I started saying,
Okay.
the way of the just is uprightness. Thou most upright does way. The way of the just is uprightness. Thou most upright does weigh the path of the just. Yeah, in the way of thy judgments, O Lord, have we waited for thee. The desire of our soul is to thy name,
Right.
and to the remembrance of thee. With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yeah, with my spirit within me will I seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness.
Right. When thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world are going to learn righteousness. Okay? But then, Esau, go ahead.
Verse 10, yeah. Verse 10. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness.
Right. He got the blessing. He got the blessing, and look what he's done with the earth.
Right.
Favor has been shown to the wicked. He got Jerusalem. Is the wisdom of the Lord being spread throughout the 4 corners of the earth? Look at the movies. Look at the education. The classroom and the cafeteria is the same as the goddamn prison cafeteria. It's the same trays, the same tables.
Applesauce.
All of this, everything has evolved, but the classroom is still the same stupid classroom with one teacher and 20-something students.
No sunlight.
Nobody learns that way, man. We as Israelites, the way we learn, Esau sets up a system contrary to your spirit.
Right.
So then he's able to call you dumb, low IQ. But we just don't learn like that. We learn in rhythm, man. We learn through experience and nature. Okay? Acknowledging Yahweh Bashim Shah. That's how we're supposed to learn. Right. Singing songs of righteousness. Right. That's how our children are supposed to learn. But Esau, he knows who you are, so he's going to set up a system to where you're taught contrary to that. Right. Even when you come out of the womb, he gives you formula, which that's based upon a genetic makeup of an Edomite baby. Right. So right at birth, because the women, she gets that two drops, and then she go run to the formula, and then you give the child the formula. It's a formula.
It's a drug.
Remember DLC?
How do you make drugs? You got to put together a chemical formula to make crack, cocaine,
right?
To cut it,
right? So the child is drinking it already. From a child, we've been at a disadvantage. But then all of these disadvantages we got, look what we got now.
Right.
So Esau's through, man. It's a miracle.
It is, right.
Isaiah 26:10 starts again. let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness.
He ain't gonna do it.
In the land of uprightness, you hear that? In the land of uprightness, okay, will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. So even if we try to have mercy, we forgive you. It's okay. The Lord's here. You fought, you lost. Let's all kumbaya together. He was still trying to be pinky in the brain, come up with a high, and the guy, he'll find a fucking white coat somewhere and try to.
We can still take them down. Even though they got spiritual power,
right?
We can shoot the chariot down. They'll still have a wicked. That's why there's a point where he's evicted out of the garden.
Period. Exactly.
He gets evicted. Esau, you're the only nation that gets evicted out of the garden.
Right.
Like your time, there's a point where you gotta go, man. Right. And all of the heathen are gonna watch that event. You gotta imagine that feast where the last Edomites are done, taken off the earth.
Right.
Imagine that.
Because even through the spirit, us being gods and having that perfect image, we don't know y'all full of shit anyway. For one, we know prophecy.
Right.
For two, we can read your thoughts right then and there. And we don't know that all that sucking up and trying to do nice things, it's all in your mind, your heart is going to be to try to overthrow us mentally. You can't do it physically, but in their mind, they're going to be imagining that vain thought of how would it be if we can overthrow him, we can kill him, if we can go up there and get to the throne of the Most High and take his power somehow. They're going to be thinking about all kinds of shit, man.
Right, and we may play a little mind game, like let them start building shit.
Yeah, right.
As soon as they get, it just blows up. It just disappears. Let them think that they finna build some type of portal to get, to space. Because they're really elite. They really got something where they talking about building an elevator to space. So they're crazy. So they gonna be thinking, well, we're gonna let them try to actually think they're gonna build it. As soon as they get to the left, make it disappear.
Smash their hope. Hey, they did that to Jake in every way. You get a little something in this society.
The YouTube page.
And then he'll pass a bill that fucks your whole shit up.
Right. It's true. Yeah. Real quick.
Back up the elder about when the kingdom be established. Remember, it's gonna be a long 1,000 years. It's gonna be quick, But all the heathens gonna have to participate in that bondage. But it's the thing. After that's over with, the heathens gonna go into portions of their land that we give them. Right. But they still gonna follow our laws. But that's not so for Esau. He gonna be taken out the earth. Real quick to back up. So one is Ezekiel 35, and I'm gonna start at 14. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoiceth." Now, when the whole earth gonna rejoice? Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, right? So after 1,000 years of long, hardcore bondage, the heathens go enjoy and be thankful for a righteous rulership. But when that happened, it says, Ezekiel 35:14. "Thus saith Yahweh power, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. And as thou did rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I'm Yahweh." So when the whole earth rejoiced, when the heathens finally finished building and enjoyed clean water, in order rulership, Esau gonna be taken out the way. And it's cold, the Lord will have him building up the kingdom, but never enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Getting evicted.
Never enjoy it.
Out of the garden. Hey, he fucked up the garden in the first place. For certain. Right.
So Isaiah 14:16.
Read back here and read that.
Isaiah 14:16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, "Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?"
Is this him? When they see him for who he really is, they can be like, "What? We really follow this guy?" And Esau looks horrible, man. He's guilty. Like he got a real demonic vibe, man. Go ahead.
That did shake kingdoms.
And he shook kingdoms with the weapons, the military might. Go ahead.
That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof.
Colonization. Go ahead.
That opened not the house of his prison.
Right. This was paradise, bro. Right. America was the whole earth was paradise. But America was literally paradise. He tore down all of this. And look at these wicked stone, just tall buildings. There's no vegetation. There's supposed to be trees everywhere. He knows that. He's made the world a literal cave. We're standing on. Yeah, you're supposed to be walking on. The earth has a natural shock pattern that goes with your joints. Like what they do to the NBA floor so niggas can run forever. Right. 20 years. that the earth naturally has that. But he got you walking on this, and it tears you down.
Right. Feet swelling up. You see the nigga woman, her ankles all fat.
Look at Deion Sanders' foot, man.
Yeah. Now this nigga still got a hairline implant and lost 2 toes. I'll just keep the hairline. You know what I'm saying? He went and got a hairline implant. Now he can't go to the club.
Can't two-step no more.
Can't two-step. Remember that?
He can't do the
Must be the money.
Yo,
So must be the money. Look up Deion. Go ahead.
Verse 18. All the kings, that's like in 17 again from the top, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners.
Now,
It's an industrial complex,
There you
if I
go.
can say.
There you go.
They profit off of prisons, man. Everything is made in prison, man. Literally.
Free labor.
They plant crops.
Yep. There was a statistic that pretty much America is only a certain percentage of the world population, but it has the highest prison percentage.
It does. It does.
By far.
Highly scale.
Verse 18. All the kings of the nations, even all of them lie in glory, everyone in his own house.
Everyone in his own house, because the heathen are going to return to their lands. Go ahead.
But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch.
But you, nigga, all right, the heathen, they're going to be able to go, like you said, we're going to put them back in their lands, you know, and they're going to have to tithe whatever they're resource rich in, wherever they're at, they're going to have to tithe, all right, and bring gifts. Okay, go ahead.
As the remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword that go down to the stones of the pit.
Right, you're not going to be buried with them. Now the heathen, their dominion is going to be buried, but their lives are going to be, they're going to still be able to be. You, Esau, you're the only nation not promised to ever be. Could you imagine life that never seen it? Because they're everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
You go for a walk,
You
Esau
go to
everywhere.
Bahamas, he out there.
You get a donut demon. I'm gonna go get some donuts, man. Right. Esau's in there.
Good morning.
Every fucking where, man. Everywhere you go is the Edomite, the Jamaican food spot.
Everywhere.
He's there.
He gonna pop up.
He's telling you the menu.
You go to the soul food shack, Esau pop up there.
Right. The plantains on the die for.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, man.
Turkey leg hut in Houston.
Right. Yeah, turkey leg hut. He's there.
Esau in there.
Go ahead.
As a carcass trodden under feet.
Right.
Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial.
You're not going to be joined with them in burial. All right, go ahead.
Because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people.
Right.
The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned.
And no heathen ever ruled like this. If you look at, if you go back to the ancient Babylonian Empire, even Egypt, although they were bugged out, the earth, it was clean, man. This is the only nation of people who absolutely just.
And they acknowledge our power too.
Yeah. Some of a lot of the heathen acknowledge the Most High God Yahweh, but amongst millions of other gods.
Right.
But Esau, he ain't created to do that.
The Lord's going to destroy them that destroy the earth.
Yeah. Right. And that's big because we don't even have to bring up slavery to say you're the devil.
Man.
We could erase that. All right, no, he didn't put us in slavery. Just what you did alone to the earth is enough. That's enough of that's a testimony enough to erase your ass out of the story, man. Because that's what we're gonna do.
Cancer has to be removed out of the body. You can't just say we'll just kind of work with it and negotiate. Nah, you gotta get cancer out.
We gotta get
He's the
back to
cancer of the earth, man.
It's some more.
Yep, 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Yeah, colonization. Yep. All right, the Industrial Revolution. Right. Now go back to Sirach 10.
Oh, I got it. Sirach 10:3. Right, it reads, "An unwise king destroyeth his people."
Here you go. We just read about that unwise king. Because in Isaiah the 14th chapter, it calls him the king of Babylon, it calls him the wicked, then it calls him Lucifer. And that's Esau, man.
Right.
What does Lucifer mean?
Right.
Brothers know what Lucifer means?
Light bearer.
Light bearer. There you go. And what do they? They got the Illuminati.
Right.
So the Lord is on point, man. But it's really an illusion of light. It's really darkness.
Right.
You know? You about to
So
say?
you said, is this the man in Isaiah 14 showing that Lucifer is actually a man?
Man of sin.
Talking about Esau, man. That's right.
Verse 3 again from the top. "An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
And that's what we're here to prophesy. There's one that's profitable. Yahweh Shai, the throne of David. And when you look at brothers teach, man, we need to rule. We should be ruling. Although we're in a lower state, you still see Yahweh Shai and brothers like, man, these brothers should rule the earth, man.
Right.
These brothers should have stores and be able to form businesses and stuff like that.
Be governors.
You know what I'm saying? Because Esau ain't got it. Okay?
Continue on. And the hand of God,
But how much more when the laws are in? Because we'll fuck up now. We'll fuck up still. but we wouldn't be like Esau.
Instagram thotty.
Right, we wouldn't be planning to put a rockman inside of people. Go ahead.
and the hand of God is the prosperity of man.
Right, all of these nations have what they had because of the Lord. And they act like the Lord ain't fair. Esau was blessed. Ishmael blessed. These heathen have been blessed. We've only had 40 years of peace, bro. The chosen people of the Lord.
Right.
God damn, but the heathen been able to do what they want. They've had 100-year rule, you know, America. Well, since the Renaissance, it was 500 some years. America itself, 260 some years.
Then
You're blessed.
he can come here, set up stores, freaking enjoy off our backs, of our slavery, of our blood, and then send money back home or go back home to a nation that's only their nation.
Yeah.
We ain't got that.
Yep.
All we got is slavery.
So 2nd Ezra 6:59. If the world be now made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure?
Like Hamilton said, bro.
Yeah. Is there some more after
That was it on that.
Okay.
I could.
But it's, yeah, keep reading.
Okay, guys. Skip up to Proverbs.
That's 2nd Ezra 6.
Okay. I start at verse 57. 2nd Ezra 6:57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen which have ever been reputed as nothing.
Nothing. The Moabite is nothing. On YouTube eating a squid alive. But then your video gets striked. You show, you know, 2 through got struck. I showed a nigga 2 baby daddies fighting. You know, but the Moabite can just get on there and eat. So look at the screen. This is the toes wiggling. It's an animal. Peter don't say nothing, but they're on YouTube just eating live mice, right? Go ahead.
Says,
Nothing, man. These heathen are nothing, man. Go ahead.
God, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are now given into their hands. If the world be now made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
And that's what you Israelites should be asking yourself. To hell, the farthest they go with it is Africa.
Yeah.
What about the earth? Like, damn. What about the whole entire planet Earth, man? What about Jerusalem? You should be asking, like, when are we gonna rule? You niggas don't even have BET no more. They remember it used to be the Donnie Simpson, the Black
Teen Summit.
You know, Teen Summit hits from the street, right? But then Esau took over, and Baby Boy came on every week, every day. Baby Boy. Fuck your fork, nigga. Every day.
Every day, yeah.
It was like, what is this?
They used to show it a lot, yeah.
And then that one with Melvin had the perm, that one movie where holiday
I seen that.
with a perm. That big diesel nigga dressed up as a woman, man. That's what Esau wants your ass to have, man. Look at Melvin with a wig. So you Israelite men, especially you men, because it starts with the men. The men should be crying to the Lord. Come on, man. Come on, Lord, please. No, not man. Shalaki, how about you, shy, but Lord, please, man. Come on. You know.
That's what Habakkuk felt. How long, the Lord?
Oh, man. These the women are whores. You see that? She with her man.
I'll be back.
Verse 6 of Rebel, back in Sirach, 10th chapter in the 6th verse. Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong, and do nothing at all by injurious practices.
Yeah, and Esau, these are injurious practices, man. Like to put chemicals in the food and watch people slowly die off, to mess up, to kill off the bees. That's an injurious practice, man. God damn. Allergies are just at an all-time. Everybody got allergies, and that's a demon.
Hey,
You know, that's demonic, man. Go ahead.
proving that his image is death. His image is death.
Yeah.
His whole image. He's trying to push it on the world to make the whole world just a big part of death.
Yeah, he trying to.
Habakkuk 2 it says, it is as death. If death was a person, it'd be him.
Exactly. There you go. There you go.
Like I said, right.
But he's on the news with a suit on, telling you everybody else is a terrorist.
That's crazy.
After all of that, only Esau can do that. After all of the death this nigga has caused in the earth, he's able to put on a suit and label others terrorists, man.
Right. Why he's doing terrorist shit. Like living the same kind. Yeah, that's Esau.
Keep going.
Verse 7, pride is hateful before God and men.
Man, and now that we know the truth, man, pride, man, that ain't where it's at. Go ahead.
And by both does one commit iniquity. Sin upon sin. Verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. It's going to be translated to us, man. And our kingdom, like we went into, is going to be an everlasting.
Right. And that translation is going to be epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
The bridge between that translation, oh my
the
goodness.
climax of the movie.
Oh man, that's going to be historic, epic, big time. You know?
Yeah, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. That's Esau.
There can't be nobody else.
Right.
Like we talked earlier about if you're trying to decipher who the men of the Lord is, there's certain boxes they have to check, right? Well, when you're trying to identify who the wicked is, there's certain boxes they have to check. And the only people that check these boxes through and through is Esau.
Esau. That's right, all the way down.
Who is he? Keep reading. Esau really the only one with true riches in the earth right now. Even when you look at these other nations, like Dubai, you got Esau over certain nations. They just put up their people to make it look like they got power. Really, Esau had it. Of course, Esau had rid of everything. So really, when they talk about the fatness of the earth, doing heaven from a, that's a so-called white man. Can't be nobody else, man.
Yeah, when you look up that word fatness, it's oil. He controls the oil. And he controls really, like we talk about China. If you know history, who really set up China? The British. That's really who runs that, the British. Right. At the end of the day, Esau is really the control. He has the fatness of the earth, man. And the heathen are like his inheritance. Right. And he can, Right. But now they're rebelling against him. Right. You can finish that?
Verse 9, why is the earth in ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
Right. And he's coveting after us, man. He wants to get into the temple. The stuff he's starting to say, like this dude who's he's with Klaus Schwab. He said that whole Jesus thing, that's old. All right. He basically like, look, the existence of a God and all of this stuff that we've known, that's no more. The new gods are the clouds. Google and iCloud. These are the new gods that are going to govern the earth. We don't need. There's no creepy God in the sky. Right. He's saying this stuff in interviews. So the man of sin has been revealed, man. But then a nigga is going to say, well, the MOTB is Christianity. After that, after this dude, and I can't really say what he said, but he said basically we'll be able to surveillance people from the inside. See that?
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to watch you from the inside. We know what that is. We know what that is. Come on now.
Code of life. I got the code of life.
Right. Prophetically, we can explain that. As a prophet, you should be like, okay, well, that's because of this.
Oh my God. Hey,
not just say Christianity. Come on, man.
That's another box that the men will have to check. They will be, especially in this time, we're waking up back to our heritage. They're going to be talking about being surveyed from the inside.
Yeah.
They're going to be going perpetually. They always going to be going into that. But then you have people that want to hold back. They're not checking the box, man.
Conceal not. The scriptures say, seal not. What's that? Yahweh Revelation 22 and 10. Revelation 22 and 10. But read that.
Continuing on, verse 9 again. Why is earth and ashes proud?
Why do the heathen rage? Go ahead.
There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such an one setteth his own soul to sale.
Right. You know, we covet after righteousness. Esau covets those eyes, like the movie Get Out. Like he he wants something. He wants your soul. Like
That's exactly what he wants.
he wants control of like your thoughts. He wants your thoughts to be like in a box. Like I just, your Juan's thoughts in a bottle. That's the type of guy he is.
He wants you to be like a creative, like you play the game of Sims,
Yeah.
where you can control everything that everybody does. That's what he is.
Yeah. Yep. Crazy.
For such an one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his vows.
That's Esau. He casted away the birthright. He was really the first sellout. Go ahead.
The physician cutteth off a long disease.
And you said the cancer got to be rooted out, right? Yep. Read that again.
The physician cutteth off a long disease.
Right.
And he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die.
Bye. Yep. You're that disease, Esau. All right. Now, what I asked for? Yeah, read that. We'll get a few more. What time? We'll end it off.
It's Revelation 22 and verse 10. And he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book.
So you supposed to be going into that. Now we got to be crafty, but that's why the Lord with Jacob. Yikwa, you got to yikwa Esau, supplant his ass. Right. Use little code word. When the Bible was, when these letters were written, the Gospels, even the way that John, the Revelator, wrote Revelation, it's coded for the elect. So we coding things for the elect now. MOTB. E. We say we code certain things because look, we behind enemy's lines. But you're not supposed to conceal the MOTB.
Nah.
You can't just have a blanket statement. Oh, that's Christianity. Oh, that's sin, and walk your big ass off. Nah, man. You need to explain that. You conceal. Read that again.
Revelation 22 and 10. And he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book,
Man.
for the time is at hand.
The time at the end it shall speak.
Right. Break it down. For
And
real.
break it down for real, man.
Detail. Edify. Like, wait. First of all, you're supposed to edify, right? That's one of the main things you're supposed to edify, because if Jake don't get that correct, they're done. Simple and plain.
What you about to say?
I was about to say Bishop Jephthah, like they'll read and he won't break it down. He'll like, regurgitate what they just read. You're not going into it though. You're not giving an understanding of it. You're not edifying.
That wolf chili out the can.
He gotta go. He gotta go. That's just a country cornbread eating nigga who found out for real. And I usually wouldn't even, talk. But Jake, man, that dude's right there. He's wicked. You a wicked Jephthah. You watching. You one body catch. Y'all wicked, man. How the hell you gonna tell Israel ain't no miracles when they need the biggest miracle?
Right.
Now, if you don't believe in miracles, the MOTB, when you face any form of doubt or hunger, you're gonna fold. You're gonna say, "I'll take it."
Right.
If you don't believe in miracles,
Right.
that's what's gonna drive you. Drove those that woman to see her four sons, seven sons. Pat, they knew. Look, man, reincarnation.
Right.
That comforted them. I'm gonna come back into a righteous legacy anyway.
Exactly.
You gotta have that mindset.
Should be given an everlasting name.
Right.
For righteous.
There
You
you
go
go.
to First Maccabees 2,
Right.
like what, 50 on down, it starts to list.
Yeah.
That's
my favorite.
it start to list off all the people that stood stiffly for the things of Yahweh Shem.
Second Maccabees what?
2 and I get it real
Started
quick.
like 50.
Started like 50. It lists off
And
every.
go all the way down. Is it first
Now therefore my son.
Zealous for the Lord.
I agree.
Let's read a little bit of it.
Okay, First Maccabees 2 and 50. It says, now therefore my sons, be zealous for the law and give your lives. All right, we're reciprocating that love that Yahweh gave us. No greater love hath any man in this than a man lay down his life for his friends. All right? Your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time.
Right, but then your black ass gonna come say them acts wasn't real. So we supposed to be calling the acts of the Lord and how he delivered, the splitting the sea, and you gonna say it didn't happen.
So shall you receive great honor and an everlasting name. Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness?
His faith was on another level.
Yeah.
Here it is, the Lord told Abraham through his son,
Right.
the promise that you're go get this land, but then said, put him to death. So it's like, you told me this is how I'm gonna get the kingdom established, but I gotta kill him. Right. But then when you read in Hebrews, it tells you he believed that Isaac would be raised from the dead. He believed. You told me, the Lord, you promised me that through this seed, you was gonna have an heir for the promise. Then told me to put him to death, but then Hebrews lets you know he believed Isaac was going to raise from the dead. That's hardcore faith right there.
Faith. Yep.
You told me, Lord, that it's through him. So if I put him to death, he got to raise, and he did raise from the dead. Which is a figure. Yep. Read a few more.
53, it says, Joseph, in the time of his distress, kept the commandment and was made Lord of Egypt.
Right, we got to look back to because if Joseph got emotional, we wouldn't probably even be a nation.
Right.
We got to look back to these acts and apply them to our walk, man.
Things that you did before time.
We got to start doing that more.
Yeah, because even in certain stories, what Judas, what's his name? When the armor was coming against him,
yeah,
and he went back to the old stories to help the other Jacob. They were obviously looking scared and nervous. He went back to build their faith up. Look what the Lord did, and we're gonna be doing the same. We do it now, but we're gonna do it more and more and more as Esau starts to come in with that flood.
We may start going into some of those classes. Yeah, going to them stories, man. The Lord worked miracles.
Right.
God, I'll jump down to 61. It says, this verse 61, it says, and thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome.
All ages. And there's stories in all those ages. So you're supposed to go back and learn, right? And apply it in real time now, in this generation,
That's like the scripture says, somebody 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old. We ain't got no time machine, Right. Look, watch a movie. No, you read it. That's how you go back and look at the generations of old. You read that, man. Go back and read
it says, inquire of the search of our fathers.
That's right.
We're of nothing. We got to look at the history. You never know how you're going forward unless you know your history.
That's right. So with that, man, we will give all praise to the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.